Get in touch now on 01709 585 646 to discuss your pallet requirements. And thank you again to Sonny and the team for their continued support of Ramble FC. What is happening, people? I have to check myself every time I say that because I am so used to what is happening, Blades. But this is not a Blades channel, not strictly speaking. Anyway, it's run by a Blade, but we're not a Blades channel. We are Ramble FC. So if you want to join our club, you're more than welcome. It's free to subscribe, to like the video. Thank you to everybody that joined me last night for the season opener between Birmingham and Ipswich. Really good game, really scrappy in parts. I thought it was quite intriguing to see how the sort of dejected Ipswich as a club and the sides that sort of fed into that as well. The losing mentality of Ipswich coming down, but with really strong players for the level, went up against big spending Birmingham, who chose to stick with some of the core of their League One side rather than players like Cashin and Doyle, who were on the bench. And it were really good. They sort of bounced into the game. Did Birmingham dominated possession? Really enjoyed the dynamics of that. And thank you to everybody who got so involved in the comments. Really good start for Ramble FC as a newly badged channel. So I was delighted with how it went yesterday. I've had a last-minute wobble today on this stream because the data that you see here that I love pulls the teams through for me. So you can manually input it, which I did last night and I did today, just in case it doesn't sort of pull through in time for your live stream. So I'd manually input it. And then if the data comes, they overwrite your manual input. So they overwrite it anyway. That's fine. So I'd done the teams. It were all set out. It looked okay. I'd set it up to mirror what Sky Sports have already said. And then they pulled the data through and reset the teams, but the players were all in the wrong order. So the teams were right. The lineup was exactly right. But there were Bazunu on the right wing for Southampton, who was the goalkeeper. We had Wrexham's goalkeeper, Danny Ward, at right back. It was all over the place. So I'm messaging him with 2 minutes to go on stream. Can you fix it? Can you fix it? I've just had a message back from him saying, sorry, we can't. It's out of our hands. It's data provider. Well, data providers come good just before we went on screen. So there you go. Another little bit that could have been kept for behind the ramble, but I like to let you know exactly what's going off on these streams. So last night I went solo and did a one-man stream and sort of muddled my way through. I need a pro commentator on with me, really, don't I? So I've brought him in tonight. I brought him in this afternoon, should I say, because, and you'll see something that's quite funny actually, because today I'm representing Matilda Shakes. They are on at the Sheffield United fan zone this afternoon. They're our favourite band. They provide all the music to Ramble FC, the Blades Ramble, Behind the Ramble. Absolutely brilliant up and coming band. We're big pals with the band ourselves, so we like to sort of mutually support each other. So they've released some limited edition football shirts, which obviously I am supporting them by wearing. Let's bring in my co-commentator.
Jord Motson, the man on the mic, painting the match with a sound so right. Sheffield's pride, every fan can see. He's the voice of the Blades, their melody.
Jordy boy! Nice threads, pal. How are you, mate?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
Oh, mate, we're back. Football is back. We are back together again. This was not planned, by the way. This was not planned. I have come on stream. George then joined me, saw that we were wearing the same thing with about 5 minutes to go, and we thought, no, it's good that, actually. It's quite good that we're supporting our pals.
Sport boys, aren't you?
Of course you have. So, George, how are we feeling? Did you get... I know you were away. You'd have joined me yesterday if you were available for first game, but you were at a wedding. Did you get to see any of the game at all?
No, I was too busy supping pints or inches, to be honest. So
fair dues, mate. So
I
this is
I didn't see any of that game. I've seen obviously a few highlights. You know, just little bits of goals really. So I've seen that obviously Stansfield scored and then it was a penalty, and you know the aftermath that happened with Birmingham fan. You know,
So this is your first taste at competitive football, then, isn't it, this season now?
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
brilliant.
I'm looking forward to this game, and I must say I'm looking forward to this game more than I'm looking forward to the game that we're going to in a bit.
Why are you saying that? Why are you saying that?
I just am.
Oh, mate.
I've not got me excitement yet for United, but we're not talking about United. It's Southampton Wrexham, so
Southampton Wrexham.
Build that one up, eh?
What do you reckon to these two then, mate? Do you know a little bit about the teams? I know we can get them on screen now, but it's usually your gig that you talk us through the teams, mate. If you want to have a little go through that.
Well, I'm going to go off of what's actually flashing up on this right hand side, because they've completely changed teams as what Sky had earlier on when I wrote mine down. So yeah, obviously it looks like Southampton's now playing a 4-3-3, aren't they? According to that, but originally, in fact, I'll go through what I'd originally got. We got Bazunu at net and a back three of Ronnie Edwards, Jack Stevens, and Joshua Kwashe. Midfield four, Sugawara, Flynn Downs, Shea Charles, and Wellington. And then a front three of Ryan Fraser, Adam Armstrong, and Jay Robinson. Yeah,
that's what originally came up with, isn't it?
I would say, to be honest, for this division, I think that's quite a strong team, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. People have been sort of not really talking about Southampton much because they haven't done a lot of business. There's a couple of outgoings. But you look at it, just the strength up front, to be honest. They're playing one central striker with Adam Armstrong. I don't know much about... like you said, on this description here, it's different.
In this division, well, they've got Fraser as a midfielder, but in this division, Ryan Fraser causes trouble with his pace. You need pace, don't you?
He does, but I'm thinking more about strength in depth as well. They've got Cameron Archer on bench.
Yeah. Obviously, they would have Tyler Diblin, wouldn't they? But is he on bench? I ain't seen bench lineup.
Let me have a look at the bench. I was interested to see that, actually. So
because obviously he's been linked with Everton, hasn't he? And I know they want him. I saw reports yesterday they want 50 million for him, which is a hell of a lot of money. But Southampton always seem to get these deals no matter what division they're in, do they? You know, I remember when it were Lavia that went to Chelsea. That were like 50 million to burn it. And
it was 50 million.
Championship at that time, so it's they're a Bournemouth at Championship, aren't they? They bring these players in and they sell them for a lot of money.
I don't know many of the foreign names on these. Well, there's a couple of foreign names on the Southampton bench, but they've got Alex McCarthy as their sub-goalkeeper. Mm-hmm. Is it Nathan Wood, the centre-half? Ryan Manning, left-back. This is the bench, by the way. We've got two lads that I don't know, Matsuki and Fernandez. Fernandez I might know if somebody sort of...
Fernandez, weren't he in their midfield last season? Or if you weren't, you were in their midfield, Championship midfield.
This is what I mean. If I'm reminded, then it might twig with me. But
Mateus Fernandez, he's played for him last season. He played 36 games last season in Premiership.
Wow. They've got Ben Burton Diaz on bench. Cameron Archer, Ross. Cameron Archer, Ross Stewart, and is it Damon Downs or something? Somewhat Downs, the American striker that just brought in from America.
Cologne,
so that's strong. That's strong in terms of strength in depth. Southampton are looking good. People haven't really been speaking about them much because a lot of the focus has been on Ipswich. Well, Ipswich last night did not look great, and I think there was some talk in chat of it maybe being a little bit of rust, and I understand that, but I don't sleep on Southampton. Wrexham, you look at Wrexham, and they have got a significant amount of new names in their side. Danny Ward's new, Connor Cody, obviously.
Yep.
Who else have we got? Lewis O'Brien, Josh Windass, Kiefer Moore. Kiefer Moore, bless him. And then on the bench, a Okonkwo, who I think can consider himself unlucky. He's a really good young goalkeeper. Loses his place to I'm not convinced about Danny Ward.
Yeah, but he's still an experienced goalkeeper for this level.
He is, yeah, and he might do well. He did well at Huddersfield. He had that one season where he were really good. Yeah. Ryan Hardy on the bench as well. So that's decent. Not bad. I don't think they're quite the same level as Birmingham in terms of their starting lineup yesterday. But what are you expecting for today, mate?
I'm expecting a tight game, if I'm honest. I think Wrexham, they've still got that bit of momentum coming up. You know, well, they've done back to back, haven't they? Or even more than that, whatever it is. They've got that momentum riding with them. They're buzzing, aren't they? To be in Championship, and I think they've added a good bit of experience to the team, especially like, you know, Connor Cody. That front two, Josh Windass and Kiefer Moore. I weren't a big fan of Kiefer at United, if I'm totally honest, and that's not because of what happened in playoff final. I just I said it all the way through the season. I weren't a massive lover. I don't think he's a bad player, but I don't think he fit what we wanted.
You definitely don't now.
No, definitely not. But him and I'm sure him and Windass are quite good mates.
Oh,
from what I've heard, because their missuses are good mates. And I know when Keith had his baby, that Windass had his baby at the same time, and they went to like, sensory groups and stuff all together. And so they could actually develop a decent partnership as well as off at pitch, on pitch. And then you've got Lewis O'Brien in centre, who's coming in centre mid. Another body to add in who was good at this level. So I don't think, will they be in and around it? I'm not sure yet. I might make a decision on that a bit later down the line.
I think they've made themselves into a solid championship side,
and that's where I would my next point. I think they'll be a solid champion. My prediction for them at the moment, I'm expecting 8th or 9th, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
I think they'll a top half finish, but I'm just not quite sure they'll have enough to get in top 6. Whereas in Southampton, I honestly think it's going to be Ipswich and Southampton that finish top. But then going off of last night, bit of rust.
I agree with you, mate.
You can change your mind on that, but that's where I'm sort of leading to.
I think Wrexham are lower than 8th or 9th, but I do think Ipswich, Southampton are the ones to beat for top 2.
Yeah.
So, yeah, tough task for Sheffield United. As 2 blades watching this, it's not. It's a bit of a daunting task going into the season now, and we feel slightly undercooked at the minute.
Yeah,
but we'll see. We'll see,
I think
mate.
That's what's leading me for United. Not being as excited is that we're a bit undercooked in what I'd say depth. Come end of August, we might be a lot more positive and thinking, this is great. We've signed 3 or 4 more players and happy days. But it just, I've just not got that buzz at the moment. But we'll see today. We might see a performance and we might be like, love this, and then we're going to add more players, so it's going to be even better. So it can all change.
Yeah, let's hope so, mate. So Brett starts us off today by saying, can't wait for today to get down to beautiful downtown Bramall Lane and soak in the atmosphere. I mean, after this watch along has finished, obviously, my money is on us and Southampton for autos. Up all the rambles, up the blades, up the positive ones. Okay, that's very positive. Thinking Sheffield United top 2 at this stage. Come back to me at end at window. I might agree with you, Brett, but I think we're a little bit. We've got work to do. Put it that way. We've got work to do. Wilder's new job as a pundit, that's got gold written all over it. With the first thing he sees that he doesn't like. Brett, you know what that means. When an out of work manager is on the telly, he won't be a pundit for long. Put it that way. He's after a new job.
I was saying that. We were saying that as soon as we've seen him, he's coming on and he's touting himself out.
Of course he is.
So come October time, he'll probably have a new job.
Well, somebody was saying I think it was second tier. Somebody like that was saying that you look at the Hull squad. They've got Ryan Giles. They've got somebody else that he worked with at Middlesbrough. They've got Regan Slater. They've got Ollie McBurney, John Lundstrom, and John Egan.
United rejects, basically.
Hull, you can't include John Egan in a sentence like that.
I love John Egan.
But yeah, Wilder getting the band back together. So we'll have to wait and see. I've got a couple of Hull watch-alongs planned in as well. So I know I gave Jord, because Jord is obviously my main man for co-commentary, and I gave him a long list of games, and I'm talking it were a long list, weren't it, mate? So. Yeah.
Too long for my liking.
I know.
I don't like to plan that far ahead.
We've got some stuff coming up, haven't we, on here?
Yeah.
Southampton are going to spank these, says Jack. Wrexham are getting spanked. Have the 3 teams coming down even lost any players? They seem way too strong for the champ. Yeah, they've all lost players. And Leicester have just lost the goalkeeper to West Ham, which sort of takes Michael Cooper out of the firing line.
And indeed.
And indeed he's going, yeah. Indeed he will go.
He's announced, he's gone to Besiktas.
Oh, has he gone?
Yeah, it announced yesterday.
Oh, right. No, I missed that.
9 million. I think 9 million.
Yeah, the 9 million clause, didn't he?
Mm.
Interesting, mate. Interesting. Good afternoon, gentlemen, says Mark Meldrew. Hope you're both well and fresh, Mr. Motson. Roll on 2:30, off into town. Get behind the lads. The start of a new era. Up the blades, up the ramble, up the Ruben Sayers, up the very positive Meldrew. Wow. We'll see how he's feeling on 90 after 90 if he wants to come on later.
Will be if we get beat.
I know, exactly. That'll be it. Down in dumps.
Positive.
Get him out. Who's this Spanish wannabe? Afternoon, guys. Hope the wedding was good, Jord. You enjoy the wedding, pal?
Yeah. From what I can remember. No, to be honest,
I can tell you from experience, the Motsons know how to enjoy a wedding. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, we've got one Sunday, I know. I had one, so funnily enough, talk about weddings, I had one Wednesday. I had one last night. I've got my cousin's on Sunday.
Yeah.
And then next week on Saturday, I'm best man at my mate's wedding. So
I've been speaking to you.
Weddings any longer.
It's your James's sister, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, I was messaging him this morning. So
yeah, we're and it's up in Driffield, which is just half an hour up from Beverley. So
nice.
Got to travel a bit. Well, I said travel; it's not that far, but it's still an hour and a half away.
Mark Meldrew singing along with our theme tune. Great Bant says, "I thought on both thoughts on both teams from yesterday. I'm less scared of Ipswich, more scared of Birmingham, but I think we can take both for sure." Great Bants, I would say the same thing about assessing Sheffield United. I think it's early, way too early to call it really, because we're a while from the close of the window. I think once the teams get into a bit of a rhythm with new players and things like that, I still think the quality will shine through. So I'd probably agree slightly less intimidated by Ipswich, but you still have to really respect them as one of the strongest sides in division. I think Birmingham have justified a lot of the hype in not just it's one game into it, but I think they have set their bar in terms of we are not messing about in this division, and they were unlucky not to take all 3 points last night. David says, "Afternoon, guys. It's getting close to kick off at the home of football. Up all the Rambles, up the Blades. Like and subscribe, please, to the best." Thank you, mate. Thank you. Tom says, "Third and playoffs again, lads." That's from a Leeds fan, old Tommy. Well, third from bottom for your boys as well. So we'll be matchy. So Jamie Dumpling says, "Has the new United away shirts arrived yet, Jim?" No, not yet. But our postman tends to rock up between 12 and 30. So if he don't show up today, then I might be coming to a match in this. So I'm all right with that. I'm all right with that.
You'll be in fan zone, Jim. You supporting him in fan zone?
Yes, mate. We'll be in fan zone. I don't know the timings yet because we have to. We'll be in Triple Point. We'll be making an appearance in Salina, and it's tight lines. We're obviously doing this watch along as well. So, but we will get to the fan part. We'll definitely see the Shakes at some stage. So, yeah, can't not, can you? Can't not. Brett says, "Come on, Jord. Oh, you're positive later when I track you down. I mean, if we lose, I'll be pestering you for Steelers tickets." Only joking. Sayers has got this. Jack says, "All 3 teams coming down and Brum coming up are strong on and off the pitch. Our recruitment needs to be solid. This season will be harder than last." Yeah, I agree. I don't think we'll be looking at 92 points. Fez says, "Didn't see anything last night for us to fear this season with the 4 we're going to bring in before the window closes. Fingers crossed we'll be up there, up the Blades, up the Ramble. Like and subscribe." Thank you, Fez. Danny Ward starting over a Conco. I know Jamie Amp same. I don't understand it. George's right. He's got pedigree at the level, which a Conco hasn't. But I think it's harsh on young goalkeeper who's done really well for last couple of seasons, and you bring in a Leicester third choice goalkeeper and put him straight in. Interesting.
Well, they might be looking at it as Welsh international, isn't it? So it's but it also at the same time then it gives a Conco his first challenge, doesn't it? He's had that spot nailed down. Yeah, it does. And now he's got to work hard to get it back off Danny Ward. So I'm sure that's where they'll sell it to him. Yeah.
Jamie, with the line that I've seen before, Jamie, so I'm not giving you full credit for this, but it's will still be able to continue his managerial form in England. Will still be able to continue his managerial form in England. That is a pun on Will Still's name, who is the new Southampton manager, for anybody that doesn't understand that. He's a good young, a manager of a good young reputation, worked in France and sort of had his pick, I think, of championship clubs really to a degree, didn't he? So he's plumped for Southampton, and yeah, they'll be strong this year. They'll be strong. I'll be intrigued to see how he gets on with a club this size, but he's done well so far in his career. Nige says, "Good afternoon, gents. Nice to see you on again, Jords. Hope Wrexham gets smashed today. Down the sheep shearers, up the Blades, up the Ramble, up behind the Ramble. Like and subscribe." Jack says, "I'm so excited to see how we perform under Sayers. Come on, lads." Cliffy says, "Afternoon, gents. Buzzing for today. Can't wait to see the style of play up the Blades, up all the Rambles." Will says, "Viva la Spanish Blades. Promotion push continues today." Continues? Yeah, probably does continue. Craigo says, "Hey up lad, up the Blades. Only first game, but didn't see out we need to fear last night in Brum." I thought they looked decent, Birmingham. I'm not saying we fear them. We shouldn't be fearing anybody if we're at top end at division.
Not if we wanted to go up.
Yeah, exactly, mate. Exactly.
Definitely don't want to fear anyone.
I'm buzzing. Football's back. Fiance has taken the kids away to Skegness for a week and has agreed to buy me the away shirt. What? Where did you find this person?
To be honest, hold on. His name's Super Positive Jack. I think it should be Punching Positive Jack.
Super Punching Jack. It's like Joe Gibson. Yeah, they're all at it, these young'uns. Brett says, not going early. Expect every team in this division. Well, almost. Never the Owls. Respect every team in the division. Well, almost. Never the Owls. Very positive about this season. Can't judge anything in the first 10 games. Sit back and enjoy the ride. Shabba. Shabba. Not heard that, mate. Nice. For a long time. Cooler King says, afternoon, Jim and Jord. Danny Ward is one of the worst keepers I've ever seen. If he's going to play regularly for Wrexham, then they're going to struggle. I think the same. I wanted Danny Ward in as a third choice keeper.
Yeah.
For us. So for him to knock out a Okonkwo, who I think is a very good keeper, or certainly a good young prospect. Interesting. Sorry, Jim and Jord. I'm a couple of pints in at Bankers laughing at them pigs. Well, some people will, mate. Some people will. No need to apologise. Oh, yes, the memories just seeing Keith in the warm-up on the penalty spot, shooting wide of an open goal.
You know, I think they were funny. You were talking and I looked across at the screen and I'd seen it. And he were about 10 yards out and he squiffed it wide, like he put it straight wide. And I thought, yeah.
You look at some of the... They are definitely...
To be honest, they were probably passing it back to one of their players for them to knock it in net.
Can you just practice your stray back passes, Keith, for us? Is that all right?
I'm going the other way.
Yeah, can you play CDM for us and just lay in their striker? Is that all right? That'd be great. Any thoughts on like our business so far, Joe? We haven't seen much of you over the close season.
I mean, it's a bit underwhelming. I think is what I'd probably label it as.
Yeah, I've heard that quite a bit, to be honest.
What more can you say? There's not much that's coming in. I know we've had the class in Ukaki as one, which I don't actually think he did bad pre-season. I think he looked better out of the AI lads. That's
yeah.
But I don't think he's going to force his way into the team.
I agree. I think he's an option from the bench into as a bit of pace and a little bit.
What worries me with him is he's very lightweight and he's very thin and he's not got much meat on him. And I just think he'll get bullied at championship level. But give him a chance. It's if he does come on, we'll back him and give him a chance. Louis Barry excites me. I'm really excited and looking forward to seeing him play.
Me too.
Bindon, I thought he had a good pre-season. He looks quite a solid centre back. So again, I think I'm quite happy with that one. But we need more bodies in, and that's literally as simple as you can say it. We need more bodies in.
There's a guy done.
He's famous or whatever, but he were on socials last year, weren't he? And he were dancing to it. So.
It looks a bit like Man Mountain did at end of season year award. Similar dance moves.
Like Man Mountain, then he's bleeding.
No, I don't. It looks nothing like
him.
But he's got similar moves to Man Mountain, from what I could see there.
What's that wobbling about? Like
just
can hardly walk.
Yeah, loved it.
To be honest, the time I only seen him, he could hardly walk and he were asleep. So.
Oh dear me! Yeah, he's a funny boy. So thought I don't want to be too United centric, so I was going to ask you another question on United, then and I've stopped myself, so I'm not going to do that. Right. Jack says, went to school with her. Yeah, I took her on board. I took on board that I was punching, so I decided to wipe her up. That's the least I could do. Yeah. Fair dues, Jack. Fair dues. You've got to take the kids away for a week on holiday without you, and she's buying you a away shirt. You can't go to the game today, can you, Jack? I remember you saying. What a bloke, him dancing. We're gonna meet at Fan Park today, Jamie, and we're gonna have a dance off like that. I want to see you doing that to Matilda Shakes.
Brett needs to get it on camera.
Yeah,
that's going straight on Ramble on the Road.
In fact, Ramble on the Road, we could have a dance off, couldn't we, at Fan Park to Matilda Shakes. That's Brett. If you're still there, pal, which I'm sure you are, that's make sure that's sorted. To
be honest, I think people might turn off watching that.
I don't. I think it's one of them sort of what is it? Trash TV sort of. You can't stop binge watching that sort of stuff. So, what do you think to the new setup, by the way, Jord?
I love it.
You like it?
I absolutely love it. I love that you got your stats coming outside, team lineups, league table. I mean, it's looking more professional than it ever has.
I know you can fool people, can't you, with stuff like this? Unbelievable. Kohler King says Birmingham were impressive, and this is from an Aston Villa fan, by the way. Very athletic and physical. I've read the owners have tried to instill an up and atom spirit in the team and get the crowd to be intimidating. Took it too far last night, though. Yeah, they were a little bit OTT at times.
That's the first time it's happened, though, is it? I remember when Villa played with and the fan ran on the pitch, and I know this fan didn't run on the pitch, but he still jumped.
Yeah,
across his barrier to try and get to what
somebody was saying Sheffield United will get fined for that.
250 grand, I've heard.
Yeah. So it was regularly said a couple of times in comments last night because teams just about to get ready to come out of the tunnel. But it was said a couple of times that this is what Sheffield United are trying to do when we're building our side. They're a team, particularly Birmingham, we're a team full of athletes. You should have seen two centre halves, particularly Newman. He were a big. We said Man Mountain, but he was a unit. Yeah. He were towering, commanding centre half. Just what we need, actually. Just what we need, and they got him on a free apparently from Hanover. So they've got one over on us there because he looked really good. But they all looked, particularly through spine, like athletes, and it's something that is going to come more and more into it, particularly with high press that we're going to be looking to play.
Yeah.
So I'll be interested to see how Southampton get on because they've got a lot of. You look at players like they've got Jack Stevens and Flynn Downs and players like that, and Shea Charles, who aren't really built to be, machines. They're just good footballers. So
I feel like the front three, or you've got Armstrong. I know it were. I think they put on what you've got on the side here. They put Quashie up top, didn't they? With Armstrong and Robinson, but they're like. I think Quashie is not old. Robinson's not old. Adam Armstrong's experienced, but they're lads I feel like can press and be that athletic output up front to stop Wrexham trying to play it out and cause a few problems. But obviously Sky have just put it on and they've got what I've got. So they're saying it's Fraser, Robinson and Armstrong up top, which again, Ryan Fraser running it, yeah.
Well, they've changed it here. Look now, they've changed it here. So Armstrong and Robinson here and Quashie at back.
Yeah. So that I don't think anyone naturally knows, but until we actually see how they start here, there's been that many different formations I've seen. I don't think no one knows what they're actually going to play.
Does anybody know? I assume it is. Is this Wellington from Chelsea?
That were my thought. I'll go and have a look now. My initial thoughts when I first saw him is that Wellington from Chelsea. But let's have a quick look.
Ben says, afternoon, lads. We all ready for this evening? 3-1 to the Blades. Barry, Cannon and O'Hare. Up the Blades, up all the Rambles, like and subscribe.
It's not Wellington from...
It's not?
No, it come from Sao Paulo last season.
Oh, nice one.
Originally, he's played one game for under-21s and then he played 10 games last season. So I'm guessing that were a January signing.
Yeah,
possibly. Last season.
Is it a sellout today, says Jack? I don't believe so.
So I had a look on tickets yesterday and I don't know obviously how many people is going to buy on walk up today. The Cop right hand side, if you're looking front pitch to Cop, it's left hand side if you sat on it, is quite empty. The rest of it's near enough sold out. The John Street's near enough sold out. There were single tickets left on that. South Stand is sold out. Corner, Westfield Corner, that's near enough a sellout. That would have had a couple of single tickets there. And then above away end, it were like probably half full, I'd say. So I reckon 29,000, depending on how many Bristol City bring. I expect them to be a sellout really with the first game of the season. So I'm going for about 29,000, I think.
Yeah, nice. And Lee Winter again has done a great job in terms of rallying fans. I don't know if people have seen it, but he's laid some flags out in Cop. I think there's a couple of banners as well that'll be up and about for like flags to go before game and throughout Greasy Chip Butty as well. Then they're going to come around and collect them all. So if everybody can get involved with Lee Winter's initiative to try and get the atmosphere up at the lane. Yeah,
it did say if you're sat on Cop, they have positioned these flags to be waved. So if whoever's got that, if you can, and
they will take them away, so they're not obstructing anybody's view. He said to me as well. So it's brilliant that.
Southampton have just done a big tifo as well, and I thought it looked brilliant. I love that fans are trying to.
Yeah, it's good.
I think it's a great look before the game, and it proper adds. It adds to excitement and buzz.
Yeah, it does.
It does. Anyone that's doing it, big shout out to them.
The donkey's starting, says Charger. I assume he means Big Keith. I think there's a player in there. I cannot.
You've not started your timer. Come on.
No, it starts itself. It starts itself, mate.
Well, I've got 0-0-0-0 on mine.
I know. I have here. It's not started for me, but well, there you go. It started in. It's kicked in. See, I can blame someone else, but also I don't have to worry about any of that stuff now because I know it'll happen eventually. So, all good. There's a player in Kiefer Moore charger. I wouldn't ever write him off completely. You've just got to play to his strengths.
He's running at Connor Cody, turns to his right foot. He has a shot. He kills it. It just goes wide. Quick start from Southampton.
Do you know Southampton are going to be one of our rivals this year? I hope they hammer these. That don't logically work out to what we should be hoping for. But I hope Southampton pagger these.
I know this is going to sound really bitter, but obviously when we were playing Wrexham in FA Cup and what we're going off, it sort of created a little bit of a needle.
Yeah, it has a bit of needle. Yeah,
and I think ever since that, I hope they get battered every week. That's just where I'm sort of at with it.
Me too. Armstrong is a top quality operator at this level, guaranteed 10 to 15 goals with him, says Ben. More, I'd say 15 to 20. I think he's really, really good. He didn't work out
at this level. He always scores goals at this level.
He didn't quite do loads when he went out to West Brom last season.
No.
But I think in this squad he's going to get plenty of chances, and he's keeping Cam Archer out. So what a player he must be.
I'd label him similar to like what Billy Sharp did. I'm not saying is as good as Billy because obviously
that's
but
a good
like
comparison,
plays in this division, does well, scores goals, but then goes to the Premiership and don't quite.
Yeah. I think that's a fair comparison.
That thingy back on goals, but.
Cooler King says I've forgotten about Brereton Diaz on the bench for Southampton today. Wonder if he'll get on. Don't know. To be fair, Charger says Will Still is stealing your hairstyle, Jimmy. Well, like to
Jimmy's
be
better because it's not ginger.
like to be an inspiration where I can. I'd sell tickets when it's on Sky. Yeah, it is. It is harder to sell.
Yeah, but to be honest, from what I've seen, I think it'll not be a bad attendance today, and to say it's on Sky.
Costain from Suwawara. Oh,
it's we've only got I've got 2 minutes and 39 seconds on mine.
Yeah, that's where I am, mate. That's where I am. Our time is slightly behind.
Southampton at the moment, isn't it? They're on front foot.
Yeah. Maury says Kiefer. Michael says
that's one thing I will miss on Ramblock Road is Jamie Dumplings. Kiefer.
Strange seeing Windass and X-Owl and Moore and X-Blade playing up front together, says Michael. Yeah, it is. At least Windass has escaped. Jim and Jord, says Jack. Which player do you think will surprise us this season? I'm really hoping Femi, One, and Brooks really kick on this season.
I think One it's an easy choice to pick with him because he showed promise in pre-season. And if he can replicate that into
cross into the box looking for keeper. Was he held? He says yes, he was. Ref says no.
It's a tackle from behind.
That's a dodgy tackle. That
Charles.
Lewis O'Brien off.
But yeah, going back to Jamie's question, I just think he's an easy choice because if he replicates what he's done in pre-season, he's going to surprise a lot of people in Division. Yes. He's gone from playing odd game last season to if he's playing every game.
I think it'll be somebody like my dad said Louis Barry because obviously he's coming as an exciting signing, and we expect him to be a big player in the side, but he hasn't proven it at the level. So I'm going to say similar. I think Tyler Binden will prove to be.
Yeah,
and you could say Harry Souter last season was a surprise at how good he was. He didn't come in with much fanfare. Tyrese Campbell the same, really.
Yeah.
In terms of Sidney Peck, there were loads last year, weren't there?
Yeah.
But I think somebody like Tyler Binden could come in and prove to be a really, really strong
player. And I hope he does because we need that strong centre back, don't we? In anyway, because we haven't. What else have we got? We've got Robinson and Norrington Davis. It looks like who's as backup sort of centre half at the moment until we bring in reinforcements. So
we are like
Binden could be one that. Well, he's the one that for me needs to stand out at centre half at the moment.
Flynn Downs just knocked 6'4" Kiefer Mort at ground, who played for it all day long. Love you, Kiefer, but come on, mate. I think Windass and Moore is quite a clever partnership. Yeah, they'll complement each other quite well, I think. Jack says, if I was a Wrexham player that injured... It was a Wrexham player that injured Femi in the Cup last season. Yeah, I can't
I
remember.
thought he did. To be honest, I thought he did a run and pulled up.
It were against Wrexham, weren't it? I can't remember.
But didn't he do a run on right hand side, overlapping, and then
he cut in, didn't he? Just slightly.
He went to cross ball in, if I remember, and then pulled up, and then he played on for a little bit longer, and then come off, didn't he?
Kiefer Moore down again, holding his ankle now. Jimmy, apologies, I didn't know the guy on the minibus going down to Wembley was the lead singer of Matilda Shakes. Yes, Jimmy, it was an excellent rendition of Fever Dream, and you, Jimmy, wearing glasses.
Weren't they them recording glasses or no?
No, I've got them for this season. I'm not sure I was wearing glasses. I'm not sure I were on that. I'm not sure I were on screen for that. But Michael basically commented yesterday saying, I saw a video the other day of somebody doing doing a version of Fever Dream acoustic on a coach somewhere. Are you aware of it? I'm like, yeah. It was Jord that was sat next to him.
Yeah, it was.
So,
looking so awkward, I didn't know where to.
I know, yeah.
Put my face.
That was part of my amusement while I was filming it. I was like, Jord will not know where to put himself. Does he sing along? What does he do?
And that's what it were. In back of my mind, I'm thinking, yeah, sing along. And I'm thinking, no one wants to hear my voice. We just want to hear James's voice. It's his song. So then I'm like, just looking and I'm like,
do you mime through it so nobody can hear you and you look like you're singing along? Oh, it was so good. Putting you in that awkward position, I loved it.
Yeah, cheers, mate. Appreciate that.
It's a corner to Wrexham.
Lewis O'Brien's going to cross to take it, so it's going to be a left-footed in-swinger.
Yeah, Nige says, hope everyone enjoys the game tonight. Don't forget it's a rebuild, change of place, playing style and structure, get behind the lads and sayers, make the lane a fortress again, make that noise.
Played short, comes on to edge at box, Josh Windass crosses ball in. Oh, Connor Cody at back stick, gets his foot to it, but knocks it up at bar.
You've got to score. You've got to score.
He has, to be honest, because he's only 6 yards out. It's a good ball in from Windass. It's a right-footed in swinger to back post, and no one picks Cody up. There's Kiefer Moore and Connor Cody both running in. No one picking him up. He tries to get his
shins it.
It's his shin, doesn't it?
He shins it. Look at that, United. He's still a blade, even though he's playing for Wrexham. Tell you who could do with a player like Windass? Chef Wednesday. He'd fit well in their system.
I feel like if he played for them, he'd become their leading scorer from midfield.
They've just got to pay him. That's all they need to do. And they could have him.
Oh dear.
Cooler King says not sure about the stripes on the front of the shirt, but blank on the back. I think everybody now.
I quite like it, actually.
You what, mate?
I quite like it now because they've changed it to white letters and numbers. And I think it looks so much better than them black numbers and letters.
No, I know, but I think Cooler King means in general because obviously we're on about United where it were black numbers on a red background, but white looks better. But if you look at everybody now, Southampton have got a white back with red numbers. I think it's
is it an EFL thing that they brought in?
Yeah, it is. Me and my dad were calling for it for years, to be honest, when we were scouting, because you could never make out who were who with numbers.
It's Robinson. He cuts back onto his right. He gets tackled. He just got into the box, but it comes out to Ryan Fraser and knocks it past Barnett. Takes it onto his left foot, crosses it to the back stick. It's headed clear.
Interesting that, because Fraser beats Barnett there, but it looks like he's being beaten by his own Barnett, to be honest. He's fighting a losing battle here, isn't he?
Southampton still in possession, though. Just trying to rebuild. Quashy.
Didn't they have a... I don't know if you pronounce it Quashy. You probably do. They had a Nigel Quasi, didn't they?
Yeah, I remember that. I think it's like Quashy, isn't it? But
yeah, it is Quashy, this one, but it's not Quashy like the other one.
But I'll say Quashy because I'm from Sheffield, so it sounds, like we have to miss a few letters out, don't we, in what we say.
Jack says, Harry Souter ruined that back line for me. I'm expecting that level of quality every time now. We should, mate. We should if we want to be at top at division. Has United got a sleeve and back of shirt sponsor yet? It's not like United to be late with sponsors on the shirt.
They probably will have.
Yeah,
but saying that, they usually announce it though, don't they? And I don't think I've seen it been announced either, so...
What's the fittings like on the new shirts, Jimmy? No idea yet, pal. These are Matilda Shakes shirts, so these are class, but my United shirts haven't come yet. Maury says, Kiefer Moore is a biscuit version of a footballer. You touch him and he crumbles. Nice. There was a dirty tackle
He
on
goes
Femi.
down, but comes to no avail. The crossing
Advantage.
from Ryan Fraser to, I think it was Robinson, and he heads it up at bar.
It was a dirty tackle on Femi before he got injured. I can't remember it, if I'm honest. Match Betting Club. Our boy Jack says, sorry if you've already showed. I've joined late. What are those shirts you boys are wearing? Sorry, we have just shown them, haven't we, again? So it's Matilda Shakes. They've released their own limited merchandise. You can... We'll find a way that we can sort of let people know about it.
Try and find a website.
Thing is, they're made to order, aren't they, Jord? So I don't know whether they want...
Well,
have to find out how they want to do it.
If they want more money, they're going to have to advertise it, aren't they?
Correct. It's a rebuild. We've done very little building. Are we on Sky today? Says Jack. Yes, we are, pal. Luke says I picked up the home shirt yesterday. I don't mind the back. Doesn't Stoke still have straps on the back?
Plays into box of the shot. It's side netting.
A lovely weighted pass from Shea Charles. That.
Yeah, straight onto Wellington's left foot, weren't it? Onto
Wellington's boot. Hey.
There goes the first one.
Oh, that is a foul. That is a foul.
To be honest, I think he's done right in playing on though.
Yeah, he has. What a lovely pass by Shea Charles.
Yeah, it's about 12 yards out and he on left hand side Wellington, but he
tried
it well, but he doesn't. He'd probably been better off going across goal, but he goes to near post and obviously it's side netting.
Yeah. Jimmy, the Owls have no money, so they can't pay Windass. Oh yeah. Right.
Well, they're actually. We're talking about Windass. He has a shot. Oh, is it crossbar? What a shot. It were a curling shot from left-hand side, edge of box. He kills it to far post. And it hits the crossbar. That is a great effort. He sort of just picks it up, doesn't he, and has a little run. And then cuts back in on his right foot. That'd have been some goal if that was in.
They are giving him way too much respect there. They need to get tighter to him.
No one closed him down, did they?
You can't let a player of that quality... And look, I don't think he's a world beater, but he has got quality, and you can't allow him to have that much space on edge of box.
No.
He almost scored then, and it was a lovely effort.
We speak about Wednesday. They've as it stands, they've not got no embargoes now, so I believe they can sign loan players again now, and I think they can offer more than that £7,000 a week.
Oh, can they?
I think so. Well, I was speaking to partner's dad, and he says that they can. He's a Wednesday fan, obviously, so it's. Yeah, I think they've been. I know they've been linked with Liam Cooper. Ben Mee is meant to be training with them, and then there's two Man United young lads that they're after on loan as well. So you might actually see for the next few weeks them sign a few players. Right.
Okay. They need it, don't they? They're a skeleton squad.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting. I've got your James coming on after we both get back from holiday. So
yeah,
we're going to start.
Is it going to be like a monthly thing or once a month?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
I think that'll work. I think it'll be good, that. I think it just adds to it, doesn't it? It still creates that bit of rivalry from us both and a bit of needle that we need, a bit of banter. And obviously it's just checking on both teams in it at the same time.
Yeah, agreed, mate. Agreed. Jack says, Jimmy or Jord, do either of you know somewhere near Bramall Lane I can park around 3 o'clock today with a blue badge holder who can't walk far to the match?
So I usually park, I think it's on St Mary's Gate, behind that big concrete building.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But obviously, blue badge holder that can't walk very far. It might be a bit too far for him to walk that. I can't think of anywhere else off the top of my head because that's where I
depends what you're doing, Jack. Because we park near Lord Nelson, near Sydney Street. But when we brought my grandpa to game in our Dave, I drove him to the ground or as close to the ground as I could get, and then I circled back and parked the car and did the same for pick-up because he was same unsteady on his feet, couldn't really walk that far. But we obviously tried to get him as close to the ground as we could. So if maybe go to Cricketers or something like that for a pint, and
you might be able to get on just off a London road, but it's something. I don't know if it's badge holders. Where you've been a blue badge holder, it might be all right. I'm not sure though.
And he's going early enough, isn't he?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm aiming for, around 3:30, which is a couple hours before kickoff. Usually, you're fine. There's usually spaces, so but don't take that as gospel because I don't want you to go
there'll be plenty of
and then not get a spot.
No, but there'll be plenty of places to park. It's just the dilemma of getting you as close as possible to work around.
Same road the side road off of where Triple Point is. I know a lot of people park on there.
Mary Street,
quite close to ground.
Mary Street, yeah.
Yeah, that might be.
Yeah, that's not a bad shout. Nice one, mate. Jimmy, is anyone on your podcast going to be doing a watch-along of the Blades against Bristol City as you're going to the match this evening? No, not tonight, mate. We're all going to be there, usually. So Man Mountain will be picking up a lot of watch-alongs where it's home games that he can't make. So that is usually going to be midweek games for his work commitments and things like that. But most of us, like Jord, season ticket holder, me, Dave the Nose, we all go to home games where we can, and obviously some lads make away games where they can as well. So not tonight, Michael, unfortunately.
We are on is it Wednesday against Birmingham for
we are
game, which will be a United watch along.
Yeah, me and Jord will be back for that. We're doing a watch along on the Ramble for that. I will be back doing another watch along for Leicester against Sheffield Wednesday tomorrow as well. So join me for a giggle. There's a car park up near Triple Point, says Jamie. Yeah, there is. That depends how far back you want to go. Don't you park? You don't park on Milton Street, do you, Jord? Says Maury.
If that's what I don't know what road names. Like I say, it's literally car park behind that big, like concrete, horrible looking building on St Mary's. So if that's what it's called, then yeah, I park on Milton Street.
Wednesday's transfer budget is as threadbare as Barry Bannon's Barnet, says Cola King. If you're quick enough, you can usually book parking at the lane, says Jamie. And Jack says, I'm thinking of going at Golden Lion just around the corner from the ground, if you know it.
Yeah.
Failing that, I'll try Panenka. New Era Square has a paid car park I was thinking of. Yeah, that's true. You might be able to get in around there, to be honest. I don't go up that end, I walk up that end, but I don't park that end. So, on that roundabout near Eccleshall Road, says Maury. United FC, nice of the club to join us on a Ramble FC watch-along. I believe I may have seen Jord last season on the South Stand. Seemed like he was busy, so I didn't say hi.
Oh, come and say hi.
Come and say hi. He'll sign an autograph, take a selfie.
I don't go that far. I think that's taking me. But no, if you want to come and say hi, I'll always have time to say hello. No problem.
You can do a bit if you want to sit with him. You can do a bit of commentary through match as well. If you want, He's up for a bit of that.
Don't, because I don't do commentary through match. I just tend to get on referee's back, and it absolutely knocks life out of me, brother.
Here comes Southampton again.
It's a great ball in. Shea Charles into Robinson.
Oh!
Keeper saves it. Comes back in. Robinson again. It's blocked. Flynn Downs. Oh, it's has a shot. And I think Connor Cody gets his leg in front of it, and it goes wide. It's a corner.
Connor Cody.
Good defending from Wrexham. Throwing bodies on line. Yeah, first one because it's a first time effort. So Shea Charles brings it into Robinson, who's running onto it from 12 yards out as a shot. Ball comes back into Fraser, who passes it to Robinson, left-footed shot. It's deflected, comes to Flynn Downs, hits it on half volley, and Connor Cody gets his foot there. It's now a corner.
I like Connor Cody. I know he's playing for Wrexham, but I do like him.
It's an out swinger, it's headed clear, comes to edge of box. Downs heads it back to number 30. It was number 34. Oh, Wellington.
Yeah.
And goes all the way back to Bazzuno. For a few groans from Southampton fans.
A bit of Sheffield United about him there, going back to the keeper from their own corner.
He clears it long, and Robinson, he gets it on edge of the box, heads it across to penalty spot where Adam Armstrong is. It just goes above his head, and Danny Ward collects it. Nice.
Luke says you can park in the casino on Queen's Road for free if you remember. It is a little walk, though. Yeah, it is a bit of a walk. Yeah. Dave the Nose. He really knows. He says, afternoon, boys. Can't wait for this afternoon. Catch up with you, lads. Matilda Shakes and then the Blades. If Carlsberg did Saturdays, up the Blades, up the Ramble. Top man, Dave the Nose. Looking forward to it, mate. I'm hoping that Dave's still up for a 3 Mardy Blades tomorrow. Him and the Man Mountain, because that's going to be instead of a countdown to kick off for Birmingham. There's all sorts. There's so much content between both channels. It's incredible. But
it's that little blip you had. It's...
sublime to ridiculous.
Putting it out there, aren't you?
Yes, mate. Absolutely. Got to catch up. YouTube meant I lost a lot of finance in the channel, so
that's all right. Mr. Veal, he'll sort you out that way. Here we go. Kiefer Moore running through. He's one-on-one with the keeper. He gets shoved over. That's a penalty.
That is a penalty.
The referee gives it. Penalty to Wrexham.
That's a penalty.
That's stupid.
What a ridiculous.
Ronnie Edwards. So Kiefer Moore, ball comes. He peels off Ronnie Edwards, I think. Ball gets played in behind. He runs onto it, takes it into the box, and he comes across Edwards, and there were another defender there. Didn't quite see it were And
Windass through ball.
He puts his hand straight on Kiefer Moore's back, shoves him. It was Jack Stevens.
Stupid.
To be honest, you know that is absolutely ridiculous because Jack Stevens gets back.
Jack Stevens knows.
He's just about to put a block in. Kiefer Moore wouldn't have got his shot away.
No,
so Ronnie Edwards puts his hand on his back, shoves him over. And it's a stonewall penalty. I don't actually know what he's doing. And he's with Josh Windass stepping up to take it.
Ugh.
Ozuna was dancing around that line trying to put him off. I can't believe what I honestly, that is the most stupid defending I think I've ever seen.
Absolutely ludicrous.
Here we go. Windass, the referee's going to blow his whistle, is it? Gets in his position, blows his whistle. Windass steps up. And he puts it to the keeper's left, and it's 1-0 Wrexham. Fair play. And he does his usual celebration of nothing. I don't know why. He never celebrates, does he?
Bet you forgot your match betting card, didn't you, Jord?
I did, yeah. You let me off. It's first one at the season, so I'll be back at it on Wednesday night.
We've got plenty of games to go at. Don't you worry.
I never win anyway. It's just like all else, so I'm not sure it makes a difference. But
interesting that Windass takes it rather than Kiefer Moore.
I'd rather have Windass taking it than Kiefer.
Oh, so would I. But your number 9 takes it.
You know what? It weren't like a great penalties in the corner. The keeper's he's just tried to follow it. And instead of, picking a corner and diving.
Yeah, that's right.
He's tried to follow the ball and Pace obviously takes it past him, but it weren't in corner.
Ugh.
I'm just showing you replay again. I don't honestly.
Ronnie Edwards. I rate Ronnie Edwards as well, but that's absolutely ludicrous.
It is. Ball's played in behind again. Windass trying
to. He looked offside. That's the only thing I'd like to have seen again. Yeah,
it was tight, weren't it? It was tight, but there's no VAR, isn't it? In Championship, so if linesman doesn't see it, it's not going to get given. And that, do you know what? That's actually one thing I love, because if a goal's a goal, and they're not
absolutely
reviewing it and all like that, it just cuts it all out, and it's so much better for the game.
Absolutely right.
I thought it'd be a tight game, which obviously it still is. It's only 1-0, but I didn't have Wrexham taking the lead in this game, if I'm honest. I thought it might be Southampton get an earlier goal and then Wrexham, equalise, and then it might finish 2-1.
I just thought Southampton would be too good for him.
Well, I think they started off first 5 minutes. It looked that way, but I think Wrexham have really settled and come into the game and put a stamp on it, and probably just started to, a bit better team. They've looked better going forward, I think, anyway. Yeah,
agreed. Davey Boy says he wouldn't miss it for the world. We need 3 MB tomorrow. That's good. So that's 2 MB confirmed. Maury says it were a Stonewall pen.
Yeah.
Can they defend like that against us, please, says Jack. Are Brum and Wrexham going to surprise everyone? No, I don't think. I think Birmingham will. It's not a surprise for one, because a lot of people are touting them both to do well. I think Birmingham will be top third, maybe even top quarter at league. I think Wrexham will be mid-table still. That's just my vibe that I get. They're riding a bit of momentum at the moment, in my opinion. Parkinson knows not to let Kiefer take pens, says Luke. The view from the mountain says, wow. Edwards has killed him there, mindless.
Yellow card. Max Cleworth. Just pulled down Jack Robinson. Bloody hellfire. Jay Robinson on halfway line. Referee blindness is a yellow card.
Mr. Mountain, I've just had Dave the Nose confirm. Is the man Mountain confirmed for 3MB tomorrow night? Let me know, pal. Brett says, Keith went down easy, but a stalwart. I don't even think he went down. He has been going down easy all day.
You feel that contact and a push. I think he's got every right to do it.
Can't put your hands on a player. I thought he looked offside as well. Yeah, he did. I'm sure he was. Well, I'm not sure he was, but I'd like to see it. They'll probably look at it at half time. Southampton are playing too wide. Was that not a red card, says Inchcliffe? Yeah, I'm sure. Daz says, remember penalty goals don't count. Ask Andy the Blade. Yeah, they don't, apparently. So, still 0-0 here at St Mary's, if you're watching, Dad. Fez says Wrexham getting crosses in towards Kiefer. If we'd done that consistently, would we have seen more from Moore? Possibly, yeah. Yeah, obviously if you play to a striker's strengths, but we may have conceded other parts of our game then. We wouldn't have had Gusema on the left, which some would say is fine, but we'd have had a legit winger, wouldn't we, on the left to do that. So it moves your whole team around. Ben says, I can see Birmingham 4th to 6th. Me too. Wrexham maybe around 10th to 12th. I agree with Ben. Jamie says Southampton look really poor. Recent relegation form might be a thing, as Luton showed, and Ipswich last night, to be honest. Cooler King says Southampton must have last season's terrible season at the back of their mind and Luton's relegation. West Ham have raised expectations, but they also have the upwards momentum. Yeah, I agree. Agree with that as well. Here he is, Danny Ward. Wrexham's new starting goalkeeper.
Watch him get a clean sheet today, and you
Yeah.
sack him off. He'll get a clean sheet. Played out wide.
Thing is, I mean, there's a long way to go in this game. More than an hour left, but losing at home to a newly promoted side, if you're Southampton, is a kick in it.
Ball at top to Winder. Surely he's offside. Why is he bothered waiting there?
Yeah, I don't know why they do that.
Oh, you could see he's going towards it. You know he's going to be offside. Why not?
I don't know why they do it.
Flag it straight.
I thought that's what was going to happen with Kiefer through ball when he won penalty.
Yeah,
I thought that's
yeah.
what was going to happen. But it will be a blow to Southampton's confidence, who already must be a little bit fragile.
Well, the thing is as well, a team like that, when you just we've experienced it with United, if it starts to go pear shape, fans start to get on the back, don't they, as well?
Yeah.
Which makes it even harder. Ball's played up. It's a bit scrappy.
It's turned a bit scrappy.
Sugawara gets it on right hand side. He's looking to go forward, but there's not really any movement, so he has to come back to Ronnie Edwards. Jack Stevens now has it. And Shea Charles comes short looking for a pass. Yeah, they play it out wide. Quashie. Into Wellington. Into Shea Charles, who makes a nice run. He's got 3 players on him, though. Is that a foul? No. Referee says he goes down too easy. Wrexham tried to clear it, but it's poor. Flynn Downs picks it up.
Shea Charles straight back up to his feet now that he knows he's not going to win foul and Southampton are back in possession. Unbelievable.
Sugawara on this right-hand side. Ryan Fraser makes a run. He doesn't play it, though. Comes back again. Quashie now has it just inside his own half. Advances forward. Wellington on his left foot. He curls one into the box towards Adam Armstrong, which I think is ridiculous because he's got Connor Cody marking him. He's never going to win that header.
5'4" Adam Armstrong.
Yeah, and then I didn't see who went down in box. A Wrexham player. Is it that Liberato Casese?
I'll say yeah.
I think it were. And Wrexham get a free kick in their own box.
If you look at stats here, it's 69% possession Southampton. It's what you do here, isn't it?
Well, you can have. I always go back to one game I remember with Barcelona versus Celtic. I think Celtic had 12% possession, and they won 2-1. It was like when Tony Watt scored a double, and it just shows you can have all that possession. But
yeah,
it didn't mean no. They did not with ball. Oh, Ronnie Edwards again. He's dragged Kiefer Moore down. Referee gives a foul. It's about 30 yards out.
How to unravel your reputation in one half football.
Well, Kiefer's going to win, but it's stupid.
It looks like he's worried about him. It looks like he's really sort of focused on what Moore's doing rather than his own game.
Well, Kiefer just it's more than 30 yards out. It's about probably 35. There's not going to be a shot from O'Brien. Put it that way. It's going to be. He's probably going to kill it at back stick, isn't he?
Yes, would have thought so. With a deep cross in it. Probably headed back across goal.
Well, I'm trying to look for where Kiefer Moore is.
It'll be Kiefer will be furthest man back. Or one of them. Yeah, he is. Look, he's deep.
It's Quashie who he's sort of stayed on at the moment. Ronnie Edwards is looking behind him to see if he's coming onto it. He's quite central, isn't he? Moore, actually.
I think it'll be two more this
it's
to be nodded down.
He's headed over at bar from Cleworth, I think it were.
It were more. Oh, what it Cleworth?
I think is it Cleworth? Or is it Lewis Brunt? No, it might be Lewis Brunt, sorry. And again, it's a free header.
Yeah, it is, and they're on side.
And he heads it over at bar. Yeah, Lewis Brunt, sorry.
My word.
Could be, he gets that on target. It's probably in. I don't think Bazunu was going to have a chance to, especially if it's either side of him. Yes, it's like I say, Southampton's they've had more at ball, but it's Wrexham who are creating the more clear-cut chances, isn't it?
Yeah. Free kick, foul on Lewis O'Brien.
Southampton are getting a bit frustrated, aren't they?
They're rattled. They're rattled, aren't they?
Yeah, like needless little fouls that they're getting away.
Maury says, I reckon Birmingham will do an Ipswich gone early on this. Promoted from League One and then to the Premier League. That's a big shout, that Maury.
They're gonna be up there, aren't they? I think I said it last season. I think one of his last rambles when we knew that both these teams have come up. I said they'll be in. I know we're saying Wrexham aren't going to be, in top 6, but Birmingham was certainly a team you knew were going to spend money.
Phil Parkinson just gets a yellow for chelping to ref.
That doesn't surprise me. But why is he bothered? They're 1-0 up. What's he getting involved for?
I think he wants more action taken against the players that are fouling their players.
I get it, but it's a bit daft to be, having a go at referee to the point where you're going to get a yellow card. It's a ball played towards back stick. Cleworth tries to head it, but gets beat by Flynn Downs. Robinson tries to make a run, but he just knocks the ball out of play, and it's a Wrexham throw-in.
Dave Morwood says, has Edwards been reading the book on how to defend by NL? Arms all over him.
Yeah, he did that quite a lot, didn't he? It used to frustrate me a little bit with that, because you always knew a foul were incoming. Do you know, actually, what you call it? I said before I weren't excited about games. As it's getting a bit closer, and now I'm watching, because this is obviously the first
competitive game you've seen, it?
Because it's first competitive game, I'm getting a bit of butterflies where I'm getting a bit excited about it now. Oh, lucky Fraser tries to play Downs in. And it's Cleworth who just clears it. Comes back to, I think it was Quashe or Wellington who plays it out to Fraser. Again, another ridiculous foul. He's absolutely all over Backer. Cassese. Is it Cassese? I don't know. The only person I can think of is it Martin Cassese? Is that an actor or something?
Martin Scorsese.
Scorsese, that's it.
The director.
That's the one.
Martin Scorsese, yeah.
That's what I keep thinking of.
I think he does play for Southampton in his spare time, or Wrexham in his spare time. I think he does do that.
They keep showing Kiefer a lot, don't they?
You are?
They keep showing Kiefer a lot.
They do. My girls have just come back. Mrs. Ramble's taking them to the park.
Yeah.
And they've just come back, and I can tell they're back because they keep pushing. They keep pressing ring doorbell.
It's because they want to be on camera, Jim.
I know. They're trying to talk to me, but
oh, unlucky. Good defending from Quashe. And it's a foul on him as well. Shea Charles checks a quick one. Wellington, he plays it into Robinson. He takes it past Cleworth. He's got to be brought down, hasn't he? No?
That's a foul. That's a foul all day long.
I don't know about Parkinson getting a bit frustrated,
This ref's been bought by Disney.
He's not getting Southampton, nothing.
Yeah. He doesn't foul him, says Andy Hinchcliffe.
Sugawara gets back, plays it to Bazunu, who clears it. That's a push on Ryan Fraser. Yeah, Lewis Brunt with a similar type push for what Edwards did on Moore on halfway line. And referee does give a foul this time. Flynn Downs takes it. He just goes backwards to Ronnie Edwards, who's going to play it across the Quashe. Does a back heel flick, turns on the ball, comes across halfway. Plays a ball through into Adam Armstrong, but Cleworth just sort of gets there. Don't go, oh, what's he doing? Armstrong gets ball back, comes into the box. Oh, wow, that's poor. I didn't have a shot. Plays it into Robinson and it just gets stuck under his feet, doesn't it? And you can see frustration coming from Southampton and the fans.
Ben says that Cleworth looks a promising centre-back. Would have him at the lane.
Bet you no way. Is he just signed for these?
Don't know. I don't think so. Brett says Wrexham and Brum are overhyped for me. They've spent money because they've had to bring their levels up with the squad they had. Brum will do well. Playoffs maybe. Wrexham mid-table for me. I agree with that. Kakache says Ben. Not Scorsese.
I like that one. We'll go with that then.
Dave says Wrexham made him an offer he couldn't refuse. I think that's how you pronounce it. Actually, Wrexham look good, says Maury. I can tell Southampton's been in the Prem with how much they're on the ground, says Jamie. That was the same with Ipswich last night, wasn't it? Can also tell Wrexham have been in League One with how dirty they are. Some would say Birmingham have done worked the same last night. But
Robinson into Fraser. Comes back to Robinson again. They're just going back. Do you know what? I think Wrexham are really compact.
Yeah, they are.
And they're just forcing.
They're pressing them really well.
And it's going to go away back to Bazunu here. It does. So, fair play to them. They're really, really compact and they're really defending well, which is, it's not giving any space for Southampton to play football they probably want to play. To be honest, they did typical Phil Parkinson that, and they did that when we played them in Recruitment. On that, obviously, standard were a bit different, but they frustrated us, didn't they? They didn't allow us to have much space and time up ball, and it gives you that less space on pitch.
Oh, got lucky there.
It's offside, isn't it? When did Flynn Downs get booked? Just flashed up that he's got booked.
Just flashed it up, haven't they?
I didn't see it.
Off camera, I think. Good player, Flynn Downs. Not really looked it today, like.
At that moment. Danny Ward takes free kick from in his own half, lifts it long. Surely it's going towards Kiefer Moore. He wins it, but
in true Kiefer Moore style, knocks it to the opposition. I can say that now. He's not a Blade anymore. I can have a little dig every now and again. Ronnie Edwards tackles someone. Well done, Ronnie. Welcome back. Wrexham throw deep in Southampton half. It's taken quickly.
How do we say his name again?
Kakache.
He's chasing it. It's well defended from Sugawara. And goes for a goal kick to Southampton. I hope you can't hear that, but my belly's absolutely rumbling like mad.
I could hear that.
Could you hear it?
Yeah, I wonder what it was. I thought washing machine were on or something.
No, that's my belly rumbling. Silly me. Well, I got up a bit late, didn't I? Because obviously I went to that wedding yesterday, so another late, and I've not had no food. So silly me. Robinson turns backwards, plays it out wide to Sugawara. He's got Ronnie Edwards overlapping, but he comes back centrally to Flynn Downs, who goes left into Wellington. Shea Charles now on the ball. Wellington makes a run in behind. He gets it. He cuts back. He plays it onto edge of boxes. Downs going to have a shot. Oh. He's charged down by Wrexham. And it comes to the box. Adam Armstrong. It's straight to Danny Ward. Oh. That was better football from Southampton, though. They were opening gaps up, weren't they?
Cobb v Hull is a poor game as well, says Jack. How's Cobb v Hull getting on, do we know?
So you used to have other scores on, didn't you? But I know it's obviously different now, isn't it?
Aye.
0-0 in both.
There's probably a way you can do that. I think there's probably a way.
Yeah.
I'll have to find out. Do you think Charlton stay up? They've made some okay signings. Nibs and Kelman could cause problems. Yeah, they could.
I think they've given themselves a chance.
I agree.
100% given themselves a chance. Whether they do or not, we'll see. But that's I think the signings that they've made, they're definitely in a stronger position, aren't they?
Oh, they're going to finish above is the question, isn't it?
Yeah. I think Derby have made some shrewd signings as well.
Yeah, I do.
Well, that's got to be a foul on edge at box referee.
Oh, come on, ref.
Dude, that's not advantage, that.
He hasn't played advantage, has he?
That's another foul.
He's signed for Disney as this ref, I'm telling you. He's in next bloody Marvel movie.
Phil Parkinson's paid him a wedge, hasn't he? That's why he's booked him to make it look like that they're not getting on, but...
That's right.
Or was that another foul? He gives it this time. Fourth time.
Less dangerous one.
Which Shea Charles with Windass as well. They're both laughing at each other. Let's have a look.
Where did they play last season, them two?
I think the extinct team, weren't it? Well, it's a bit harsh, that, isn't it?
Oh.
I'll take that back.
Oh, that's a bit much.
Pants.
Is your lass going to come to Lane then? Because she ain't got a seat at North Stand anymore.
She says she'll go and watch LMFC.
It's a shame that you can't convert her.
No chance. No chance. That's as much chance of converting me. So
yeah, fair dues.
It wouldn't happen. I wouldn't have it any other way.
No, true. Part of relationship, I would have thought, now, ain't it? Red and blue.
Because obviously she used to work behind the bar in Hillsborough, and that's where because I was from at Wisewood, which is just up the road, and I used to go in that bar. That's how we met. And she said because I like going drinking down Hillsborough, she thought I was a Wednesday fan. And when I told her, she went, "If I'd have known that when I got with you, I wouldn't have got with you." So go all around swinger towards Ronnie Edwards, but it's headed clear. Wellington just sort of gets his foot there, a bit of a pathetic sort of.
Swung his Wellington.
Yeah. It's a good block from
handball.
Matty James with it. Kiefer tries to play. Oh, yeah, sorry. Kiefer tries to play was the correct word I was using then. Sort of art swinger his foot forward, and it goes out of play. Worth £2 million, that.
That's the Keith we know, passing to opponent, says David. Don't worry, Jord. It seems like your tummy rumbling didn't come through on our end.
That's all right.
I thought I heard it.
It's a ball that looked like
it
played through. Ryan Fraser just gets there, swings his foot at it, and it ends up being a shot. And he's really, really a narrow angle. Just Robinson, who plays the ball through, it's at right hand side at 6 yard box. Like I said, it looked like it going out, and he gets his left foot to it, and Danny Ward just gets his body in front of it. It's a Southampton corner. Sugawara to take it. It's going to be right footed. It's an out swinger. From the right hand side. He whips it in. Ronnie Edwards gets his head there. And it goes wide left, but Jack Stevens is on line. He tries playing it in. It goes off for Connor Cody, and it's a throw into Southampton. Down near corner flag on left hand side.
What we're thinking for today, lads? You nervous or excited? I'm going 2-1 United. 2-0, I've said. What you were saying, pal?
So we had as group predictions, didn't we? And I've
I haven't looked at it yet.
1-1 other day.
Right, okay. Sorry, Ian, I've missed that, pal. I'll crack on and have a look at that. You put 1-1?
I put 1-1.
What's
It's
wrong
just
with
me.
you?
It's me being a little bit negative because if we do win, I'm going to be right happy then. So I'm just trying to
Tell you what, that's a right
limit
long
the
throw.
expectations.
They've got a centre half now that can launch it Jackie long throw style. And he also passes back to keeper like Jack Robinson. Looking at this. Oh, Bazunu! With a little drop of the shoulder.
Skins Josh Windass. Skins the formerly skint Josh Windass because he didn't get paid.
What's more been playing like? He's been a nuisance, I would say.
Yeah, that's where I'd use. At the end of the day, he won a penalty, didn't he, for Southampton, and that's where it all come from. So,
yeah, he's looked a bit of a threat. Jamie Dumpling says, Jim, what does the big scoreboard look like with the goal scorers? Let's have a little look. There we go. That's what it looks like. It covers my face.
Perfect.
Perfect. It is, yeah. It is. Good job we've not got Mountain on here because can't cover that face.
No.
Speak of the devil. Should score, he says. I don't know which one you're referring to, pal. Saints are really poor, says Nige. I know it's the first game, but they don't look mentally strong enough. It's a good shout, that. It's a good shout. Is it a mentality issue? Because the players are good enough.
I think the first game there's always going to be some nerves there as well when you've just come down. I don't think you know what to expect exactly. They've gone from probably having more space on. I know they'll get battered, but you get a bit more space, don't you, in Premiership on pitch, a bit more time on ball.
True.
Whereas in Championship you don't. You're quite well pressed, so it's just going to probably take them a little bit of time to get used to it again. But I'm sure they'll be all right.
Long throw again here. You watch this centre half throw it in.
Quashy, isn't it?
Is it? Orange
Jackie Robinson throws it in. It's headed away again by Wrexham. Comes to Wellington, tries to have a shot. It's blocked. Windass goes down, I think, holding his head. Surely referee stops play. He does.
There doesn't appear to be a plan from Southampton.
No,
they don't appear to be a pattern of play or anything like that. That you can see what Wrexham are trying to do. Sliding it down sides, nipping into Windass and slotting through Kiefer Moore, who's final man, but there's nothing.
Do you know it? He went down holding his head, Windass. It's not his head. Well, there's a certain head he might be holding, but it's not his one on top of his shoulders.
It's a bellyache job, isn't it?
It hit him in his
unmentionables.
Meat and two of edge.
Yeah. Southampton players are going down quicker than Wendy's. Well, there's a Wrexham player down at minute, Dave, and fair play.
He play for them though, so.
Yeah, true. I think Stoke struggle even with Robbins. Definitely Wednesday and Watford, I think.
But Watford will go down. I don't think they do.
I don't think they will.
I think they're like a 13th, 14th sort of position for me.
Is there any chance that Owls getting out of it when they get a points deduction as well?
Well, it depends if they are they going to get that. I'd have thought they would, but you can never say never. It's football. All can happen in football. You probably never thought that they were going to get out of it when Roll first, took over. So and they did. So you can't write them off. But it's going to be a tough season for a minute. It is, mate.
It is. Like yesterday's game, plenty of needle, plenty of chances, poor finishing. Yeah, that's fair, Cooler King. That's fair. It's 2 minutes at a time. Josh Windass going off for a little bit of a breather. I'm really excited to see what Campbell's going to look like after a solid pre-season. I'm going 3-0, says Jack.
The player that's wanted by Everton, according to Daniel's reports this morning.
Yes, saw that. Do
you think they're genuinely interested, or
no?
Do you think it's because his dad played there, so they're always going to keep an eye on him?
I think he's probably on a long list that they've got. I don't
expect only young. Any... What is he? How old is he? He's not old, is he?
Is he 25?
Yes, he's still very young in football terms, isn't he? Yes, oh, it's a great ball in. Oh, it's hit post. It's a block off the line. Oh my God, I don't even know how to. So
how was that? How have they not scored there?
Ball gets played to back. It's like from edge at box, he curls it round to back stick. So it's a right-footed. It's a bit further. I think Flynn Downs curls it to back sticks. Robinson runs onto it. Gets his left foot on edge at 6-yard box. Across Danny Ward, it hits the post. Comes straight back out to Adam.
Danny Ward here does note.
Say again.
Danny Ward does nothing.
No, he doesn't. But it comes straight back out off the post to Adam Armstrong.
It's all Connor Cody that.
His body on line and manages to get a block in, and it goes out for a Southampton corner. But that were a big chance for Southampton to get back into the game, like bang on half time as well.
Connor Cody again saves them. Danny Ward stood there still like a statue, watch ball go past him.
Sugawara and that swinger front right hand side. It's headed sort of
Sugawara cross.
That's an handball, isn't it, referee? Don't get it.
Don't get out this ref to Southampton, I'm telling you now.
And our director of films decides to clear the ball back to Bazunu. How many minutes? Because it says 2 minutes on.
It was 2 minutes, and then Josh Windass went down, didn't he?
All right, I'm going to say because they've not on Sky. They've not actually put how many minutes is on the scoreboard. So
Jamie Dumplings just said that Sky have an issue showing minutes. For injury time.
Oh, here we go. O'Brien.
Oh,
Kiefer Moore. He's got Windass at back stick wide open. Surely he plays it.
Got to play him in.
Pathetic.
Oh, extra touch, did you?
If he plays that early, Windass is in there.
Half time. I know.
What a chance that is that he's cocked up, really, because it's just showing you replay. He gets played in behind. Is
it Martin Scorsese that plays him through?
Look, play it now. Play it now.
Yeah. Play it across the goal now.
3 seconds to play that ball.
Across the penalty spot, and you're laughing, aren't you?
Yeah.
It's 2-0.
Parkinson's having a word. I don't know if he's having a go at Kiefer Moore for not playing it or what. I'm not sure. It's half time anyway.
Yeah, good half from Wrexham, that.
Yeah, definitely.
Good half. Hung in there.
They've contained Southampton and then pushed on counter-attacks, haven't they? Which you'd signal that as a good first half away performance, I'd say.
Absolutely, really good. Against a top team in Southampton.
Yep.
Ben says, I reckon they will have a similar season to Derby when they had Rooney, have a good go, but still went down. And I think Derby will add a big point deduction as well. Yeah, I think that's done about Wendy's, to be honest. Jack says Wednesday situation has thrown the 3 teams coming up a lifeline, which it's thrown one of them a lifeline. To be honest, I don't expect Charlton are the only team I expect to be involved in the relegation discussion. By that I don't mean they'll definitely go down either, but
I know what you mean.
I think Wrexham will be away
teams,
from it. Yeah, and Birmingham will be well away from it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Be good signing for them, Cody. Yeah, a lot of people talk about him being gone as a player and not being great in a 2. He's been a big difference for them at back. He's done really well.
First half, hasn't
he? Yeah. I would have had Cody back at the Lane all day long. I think a lot of us have been long time fans.
2 million for him as well.
Yeah.
Which is
he'll be on big money.
Is he knocking on a bit? He's in his 30s, isn't he? But it's a very true bit of business, I'd say, from Wrexham to bring him in.
Jamie Dumpling, Wrexham fans, Keith. For those of you that have not seen Jamie Dumpling going crazy at Kiefer Moore on Ramble on the Road, you're missing out. Kiefer! What are you doing, Kiefer?
It's the one against Burton. He does it about 4 times, I think. Every time Kiefer Moore touches the ball, he just shouts his name aggressively. I'm sure you'll see more of Jamie Dumpling as well this season on Ramble on the Road.
I know. It's Brett today doing Ramble on the Road.
Yeah, good old Brett.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
It'll be a good one. It'd be even better if we win, but he's going to get some good content before, so keep an eye out for that one.
Well, we've got a dance-off, haven't we, happening? Jord's taking part in dance-off before in fan zone.
You'll see me just doing... I look like Mr. Bean, he
just robot
with his legs.
Robot.
We could get robot out. It might be too early for that just yet.
Freedom is being able to slate Kiefer Moore after a year of having to button your lip. Dave says, Jimmy, are we doing a 90 after 90 later on? We are. I'm going to plead patience with it as well because we're doing it with the new software and I have to bring people in manually and set them all up. So I can't just, like usually, and now our next caller is Jord and bring him on screen. I have to sort of do something in the background and you'll see what I mean when we get up and running. But this will determine whether we run with it. If I can do it pretty seamless, it will be good, but we'll wait and see how it goes. How long do you think Parkinson will last at Wrexham if they progress like they are? I think they might go for it. A big name eventually. Hope not, though. Interesting question, this. And I'll just give you my quick example of, I thought Newcastle would do exactly the same with Eddie Howe. And Eddie Howe's done a good enough job to keep his job in terms of keep them at the level that they're at. So I thought as soon as the Saudis took over Newcastle and made them this money powerhouse, that they would pluck a Jose Mourinho or somebody like that and just drop him in as a named appointment. And Wrexham, the more that you've seen them be pretty ruthless today in terms of, what is it? I think somebody said there was 8 new signings all involved in the squad. That can't be first. But I don't know who's. Oh, Danny Ward's new. Connor Cody's new. Lewis O'Brien's new.
There's 5 starting.
5, yeah. Josh Windass, Kiefer Moore. So where's your loyalty to the team that got you up? And I'm not saying you should have that, but it's ruthless in terms of who you're bringing into the side. So if the manager's willing to do that, the owners might be too. So
I think he's lucky in the sense of he's probably got a lot more money to spend than a lot of teams have in Championship, and he had in League One and League Two. So he can bring a decent calibre of player in, can't he? Which some managers don't get that. So if they did go up again, they're going to throw money at it again next season.
Do you think, though, if they have a middling season where they sort of settle in the Championship, do you think they'll pull the trigger on him because they want to go straight up? Or I think he'll get that time. I think he's only in trouble if they're in a relegation battle. If
you watch, obviously, their documentary, whatever you want to call it, series, I think they're quite loyal to him, aren't they? I think they quite appreciate what he's done for them. But it's still business at the end of the day.
Mm.
So if they might get a season, like say if they finish mid-table this season, they might give him till October next season, and give him another crack at it. But if they're not really progressing, then they probably will sack him.
Interesting. Oh.
So Prutton's just explained the ruling for this penalty.
Apologies for the silence. We just needed to hear that. Go on, George. You explain it, pal.
And it's basically what they're saying is things such as pushing in box is classed as a red card offence.
Yeah.
So if that,
I don't even think he got booked with it.
It's classed as pushing. It's a red card. Obviously, he's not sent him off, has he? So
I don't think he got booked.
He's got it wrong.
I don't think he got booked. I might be wrong. We'll have a look in a minute. Let me see. Actually, I'll be able to tell.
When it flashes up on here, it'll tell us, won't it?
Yeah.
But it should be basically the same.
No, he's not been booked.
So it should have been a red card as well.
So they no longer do the double jeopardy. Is that right? Is that what we were saying?
I missed that bit because I started talking about it. The only bit I heard is what I've just explained.
That is as blatant as penalties you're ever going to get, though, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, his hand's straight in his back, and he pushes. His arm extends. So he puts his hand on his back and then extends his arm. Look, you see it. You see it extending it. So it's a clear push.
I've never known not like it.
But then I guarantee we play later, and if bleeding Bindon does that, he gets sent off.
Yeah, correct.
You guarantee it'll happen. I know that's us saying, oh, it only happens to us, but that's as fans, you always feel that against your own team, don't you?
You do, mate. Matt says, I should be in the fan zone later. If I see you a lot, I'll come and say, yeah, make sure you do, pal. You're part of the team. You come Platinum Rambler, mate. And even if you're not, come and say hi anyway. Michael says, Leicester rejects standing on their heads. Cody and Ward. Excuse me. Standing on their heads. Cody's played really well. I think
he had a good first half.
I might have missed that.
I think he's been a good leader at back for Wrexham. I agree. That first half.
I'm surprised he's not wearing an armband, to be honest. I think they'll pull the trigger if they want Premier League, the Hollywood lads. If they want the Prem, then they might pull the trigger. But I think they'll be a touch more patient and give him a year to consolidate and then go.
He probably deserves it as well. You know, if you as a fan of football, you think he's gotten from conference to championship. There is going to come a time where it's not going to go their way, and they're going to probably finish mid-table or something like that. So they need to give him a chance to be able to have a pop at it. If they don't start, like I said, if they don't start progressing, then after that, they probably will pull trigger, and you can understand it a bit more.
Yeah. Jamie's saying it'd be interesting to see what Wilder says about Sayers tonight. I don't know if this is going to be the panel that continues through the whole day for the second Sky Sports show, but it could be. And if it is, then I'm sure he'll be his usual professional self, to be honest. Yeah, of course he will. He's a blade anyway. He wants us to do well.
He's going to want him to do well. I know, obviously. I think before we were on and he first come on, I'm sure he said, like, he wants us to do well. You know, he's still backing us, basically. And rightly so. You're not going to just because I think if I were managing United and I lost job to someone, it's football. It happens. And he did say that when a new consortium or new investors come in, 9 times out of 10 in football, they want their own man. So he understands it. Whether he's doing it to be polite, he's still going to be, he's still devastated. He's still gutted that he's not manager. But you're not going to feel angry at it and then think, oh, I hope they do crap now.
Yeah.
You wouldn't. None of us fans would do that. You'd back team and say, right, come on, we want to get promoted again.
Absolutely right, mate. It was a good player, David Prutton. He were okay. He were all right. Jamie says Keith was onside for the pen. Really well-timed run. Also, the ironic thing is when I typed his name, autocorrect changed it to all caps. Keith! Michael says Parkinson will be given time by these blokes. 37 losses in 220 matches in 4 seasons. Wow. 135 wins. He will adjust a style of play when better players come in. Yeah, possibly, mate.
Very
possibly.
Good record.
Good stats then, Michael. Thank you, mate. Parkinson will walk, I think, at the end of the season if he didn't get Wrexham up. Will look good for their documentary as well, like a happy ending in a Disney film, says Ben. I'm not sure about that.
I don't think he was.
He'll be walking away from some big money now.
That's what we're just going to say. He's not going to get that type of money anywhere else, I don't think so.
That flurry from Southampton has really skewed the stats, though. Look at that. 70% possession, which is fair, but 13 shots on goal and 4 on target. Just a lot of it due to that last little melee as well.
Yeah, I think if you're just coming on now and looking at them stats and you've not watched game, you're thinking, bloody hell, Southampton
have dominated.
And they haven't, have they?
No, not at all. David says if it's a genuine attempt to play the ball, it's a yellow card. But a push isn't, that's what they were saying, weren't it? Push isn't a genuine attempt, particularly 2 hands on. What time is Matilda Shake's second set at? I think he said it was 20 to 5 or 10 to 5.
Yeah,
I won't risk it.
I know they finish at 5:15, don't they? I think 5:15, and then it's a rush to get over into ground. So
not for them, Satwick players, I think he said, didn't he? All big time.
Living it large, aren't they?
Yeah, well, I hope he gets them on Ramble. Standing on their heads, meaning they have blocked everything. Hockey term, I guess. So fair dues, mate. Did you say? Let's have a look. Leicester rejects Cody and Ward. I'm not sure. Danny Ward's done an awful lot, if I'm honest. Connor Cody's had a good game. I'll give you that. Simon says. Afternoon, Jimmy, Jordan, the Ramblers. It's finally here. It's match day. What time are you guys meeting up and where today? I'll be at the game. Jord, what time are you getting there, pal?
Well, setting off straight after this, so I've got to pick my auntie and uncle up. I should be in and around about 3:30ish, I think, so a couple hours before the game.
Are you going?
I'm hoping to make the fan zone.
Are you going TP?
I don't think I'll make triple point before. I'm meeting my brother and cousin, and it just keeps getting extended. So I've got to try and work out where they are and what's what. But yeah, hoping to make fan zone.
I'm going straight from here pretty much. As long as Andy the Blade makes it down here, because I'm driving, but he comes to me. So yeah, I'm hoping to set off straight from following this watch along. So I'll be there in and around it. Windass was class first half. Michael. Setting off to the lane, says Tom. Thank you for providing the entertainment for a long bus ride through the peaks. No problem, Tommy. Hope you're well, pal. One of our Platinum Ramblers. Are you Wednesday, says Phil. Yeah. And Ben's talking about the money. It's all about the money. On the other hand of documentaries, A Bunch of Amateurs is the most polar opposite and yet so much better, says Jamie. I haven't watched much A Bunch of Amateurs. I haven't watched a lot of it. I keep meaning to watch this Birmingham documentary. My dad's telling me I need to watch it, so...
I haven't watched it. I don't know if I really want to, if I'm honest. It's just going to be all hyped up in it and, dramatic and what have you. It's all for cameras. 7
to go on match bingo for a full house, says Jamie. He's not winning the... Let's have a look, see where I am. It's embarrassing.
Bloody hell, Salford's beating Notts County.
That were Tony's top tips, Notts County. Good start, Big T.
I didn't fancy him. I'd seen some of his tips, and there were a couple of teams I looked at it. I thought, I don't fancy him. Like, I think he went against Burton, didn't he? I know he's probably he was thinking that they're going to be down at bottom of the league, but I think that's showing that they put on against us in pre-season. If they play like that, they'll not be down at bottom of the league in League One.
I know.
Is it League One or League Two they're in? I can't remember. Did they go down last season?
Oh, sorry.
Burton.
No, they're in League One.
Are they still in League One?
Yeah. Survived by its skin. I think they're playing Barnsley today, aren't they?
Yeah. Is it Barnsley? Right over here. Yeah, to be honest, he's probably right there. I'd fancy Barnsley at home to Burton, especially how they start off at Plymouth.
Yeah, definitely. Barnsley will be. That's a slam dunk, that, to be honest.
Yeah.
Why did you end up in Wakey, Jim? I've always been in Wakey, pal. I was born here. I'm a Blade because of my dad. So my dad's family moved over to Ossett from Sheffield when my dad were 11. So he were a Blade and he kept travelling back over and going to games with his mates. But yeah, so they moved to run a business from like a paper shop into Ossett and left Sheffield, but we're Blades because of that. Ben says, I like the Spurs one with Mourinho and Danny Rose. Yeah, I think a lot of people saying now that was staged. I'm not sure whether it were or it weren't, but yeah, his box office is Mourinho. They're just about to kick off again for the second half. Maury says, I met a fellow comment guy who you liked his name. Stu Bebop. Something daft like that. Stu Bebop. All right. Okay, nice one, Maury. Nice one. Okay, second half is off. And the scoreboard, I'm sure we'll catch up in a sec. Southampton. Did you see that? It flashed up as if it was supposed to say second half on scoreboard on Sky.
Yep.
And it said goal.
I missed that.
Come on.
Like a cameo, as did Jeff. I must have missed that.
I must have missed that.
What a legend, Cammy. That honestly, that video you did at Oasis were brilliant.
It's mad going out with him, I tell you.
It were like, I think there were a part in it where he'd just come up where I don't know if Richard Ashcroft were finishing, and he must have just come into VIP section you were in, and you just see all crowd turn round.
Honestly,
no one's watching Richard Ashcroft. Everyone's clapping at Cammy.
I didn't include that bit, but because it weren't my footage, my brother recorded it.
Yeah.
And because he walked in with Cammy, and me and my dad were already we were out early because we were watching Richard Ashcroft.
Yeah.
So me and my dad went out to watch Richard Ashcroft. We'd said to Dave and Cammy, look, if Noel Gallagher comes into this tent, you need to ring us and we're coming back because we want to meet Noel.
Yeah.
But we went out to watch Richard Ashcroft because we didn't want to miss it. And then it was our intention to, once Ashcroft had finished and before Oasis came on, to nip back and then we'll all come back together.
Yeah.
Because we're at this sort of stage area. The riser, it was called. And
great ball into the box.
Oh.
Jay Charles has a left-footed shot. Oh, it just goes wide. Is there a deflection? He's saying it's handball. It's not, referee's not getting it anyway. It's got to be a corner to Southampton, surely. We're a ball in behind. Charles takes it into the box. He cuts onto his left, has a shot. It is handball. Would you say it's handball? I mean, his arms are quite out wide. Look,
definite handball.
His arms really out wide. That is handball for me.
Yeah, handball.
His arms down by the side of his body, and it's really because he's literally a yard away from him, 2 yards away from him, but his arms are really, really out wide and away from his body. So that's a penalty for me, not given. Corner comes in.
It's same as the penalty that were given for Ipswich last night in a lot of ways.
Yeah. Charles has a shot from edge of box. Wellington miscontrols it. Still in and around box. He just plays it out to Flynn Downs. Cuts onto his right foot. Plays the ball towards back stick. Ronnie Edwards is clear. He heads it across box. Adam Armstrong heads it back across goal and it goes wide.
Rubbish that from Armstrong. You got to do better there.
Yeah, he should have got that on target, shouldn't he, really? Both of them had a free header, though, because both played it back, and Ronnie Edwards is in absolute acres of space. It's a great header back, but Armstrong makes a mess of it, doesn't he? Sorry, you were talking about that with Cammy.
Yeah, so me and my dad are watching Richard. It's a penalty, that. Me and my dad are watching Richard Ashcroft, and then we hear this massive cheer from behind us. So we're watching Ashcroft. As are all crowd in front of us, we're slightly raised up, so we've got a great view. Yeah. We can see everybody start to turn around and then cheer really loudly. And it's Cammy walking past and coming up to meet us guys at Riser. Everybody's turning round. It was like my dad's going, mate, Richard Ashcroft's going to be so peeved with you. It was just hilarious because like there must have been a couple of hundred people that were just stopped listening to Bittersweet Symphony or whatever it was.
Yeah,
and we're just cheering and rocking.
I was as I watch it video, and it has this singing, and he's obviously Cammy's sticking his hand up to everyone, and
yeah, my brother recorded him walking through because it were like you know, like when boxers come to a ring and guardrails are there and fans are on either side.
You filmed it as you were walking.
Oh yeah, it were like that. Yeah.
So had a video.
So I'm recording my dad, and just so you can see what that we do. But Cammy did that, and Dave's like, they were all proper screen, and Dave had it all recorded of Cammy, but I didn't include it in the thing. It was funny. If you haven't seen that video and you want to see, it's on Behind the Ramble. It's really good. Keep them all down injured.
30,000 views as well, isn't it? So if you have
35,000, I think. Yeah.
Yeah,
go
and watch it because it is brilliant. It's great.
Thank you, mate.
Yeah, Keith Moore, he cut across, tried to have a shot, defender gets there, and then he goes down holding his ankle. Referee has stopped playing now. I don't know if it's a serious injury, it's a bit of a jar of his ankle, or whether it's just, you know, a bit of an impact, and he's just showing you now. He goes to have a shot. Yeah, it's Charles who gets his foot in, and his ankle sort of jars, doesn't he, as he has a shot. It's just a bit of an impact.
It's a stinger, isn't it?
Probably should be all right, but we'll see what happens. Is he still on playing for these? Is it Jay Rodriguez?
Where does Jay Rodriguez play now?
He were at Wrexham, wasn't he, last season?
Yes, he's at Wrexham, yeah.
I don't know if you were on bench or what.
I'll have to have a look. Let me try and catch up on some comments first. Jack says, I still think we can win this league, get 4 or 5 more quality players. I think it's ours. 4 or 5 quality players. Yeah, that's right. We can if we get 4 or 5 quality players in.
We'll have to spend that 20 million then that we've just got.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Jesus. Just seen on Sky at 2:50 live, West Brom v Blackburn. My viewing till the Blades. That's absolutely right. Maury says that we're HB. I don't know, Maury. I don't know where we are, pal. Jamie says, is it bad that I didn't know Richard Ashcroft was the voice of the Verve until after the video? Yeah, it is bad.
He's
but
brilliant.
you are young, aren't you, Jamie? To be fair,
I've
Jamie
seen him. I've seen him. I want to say it's either twice or three times.
so good, mate.
Once when Liam Gallagher were at Old Trafford Cricket Ground, and then I've seen him at headline tramlines, and he's.
So, mate, we had the
brilliant.
dilemma, right? We were told, and I'm going to drop a few names in here, but it's just to tell you context of the story. So there was his daughter, is it a niece, something like that? Gallagher, we're in there,
yeah.
Noel's daughter, and she said to us, "Well, my dad's going to come in before the show, so you'll get to see him then anyway." So we're like, "Oh my god, this is brilliant!" It's absolutely because it's Cammy that's obviously got us this access. It's not something that anybody can get really. We're in friends and family bit.
Yeah.
She says, "Oh yeah, you'll get to meet my dad because he's coming in before the show starts." Anyway, we missed Cast because Cast were the pre-show, if you like.
Yeah.
They were the actual opening act, so we can hear him Cast on. And then my dad's like, me and my dad had been really looking forward to Richard Ashcroft because we've both seen him before, but both love his stuff. So he's then starts to come on, and we think, don't know what to do here. Don't know what to do. Do we risk it and miss meeting Noel?
Yeah.
Which even my dad probably might not get another chance to do it. Even he's quite good mates with Cammy, which is ridiculous. He's Noel, but we might not get a chance to meet him. So that was the agreement that we made. We're gonna go watch Richard Ashcroft, but it's 5 minutes away from getting back to friends and family tent. So if he comes, you need to ring us straight away, and we'll bolt down and then walk in right casual like where we just, all right, I don't know, you're all right, but sweating because we're trying to get back. But anyway, he never came in pre-show, so never mind. Phil says hello, Jimmy.
Chance next year.
Yeah,
you probably there'll be how much money's in that I can see Oasis touring again next year.
I don't think they will, mate. I think from what I understand and from what people were telling us there, this will be it.
All right. I thought they were going, they'd play at City Ground, do a bit of a sort of the Nebworth. Our hearing.
You never say never, dear, when there's that sort of money on table.
No.
But the plan at the moment is this will be it. No more albums, no more tours.
No, fair play if that is the case, but I don't know. There's a lot of money to be dangled, and we are successful. This one's been.
It's generational wealth to be had in it, really.
Yeah. It's a lot of money to be turning down if that's the case.
Phil says, hello, Jimmy. Those graphics look amazing. You should be proud of what you've achieved. Thank you, mate. Thank you. That's really kind of you. I actually watched your first video in the kitchen. Love it. Up there. Thank you, mate. Oh, that's nice. That's lovely to hear, Phil. Thank you, mate. Look at my dog. Says players who win the pen should get the assist for the goal. My bet would be in. They should get the assist for the goal. It would not be a goal without their involvement. I agree with that. I think it is an assist.
Oh, Wrexham just made a sub. Kiefer Moore's come off and Sam Smith has come on.
Oh, he looks better than last time I saw him. He was wearing a dress and looked like he put a bit of weight on.
I was going to say, he's going to sing as a song.
Yeah, I know. My wife's called Sam Smith as well, so I can't make too many jokes about that.
The thing is, though, he probably don't do that because he's got money on his mind.
I know. Yeah, I know. I'm not the only one. Anyway, there's so many jokes to be had. So many dad jokes. If the Birmingham is one, then that's a pen. I agree, Charger. I thought it was a pen. Ben says, I can't see one team really running away with the league this year. I can see it being wide open.
I don't think we're going to get a Leeds.
I don't think we're going to get a bunch. I don't think we'll get a top three like we did.
No, probably not.
I think there'll be 20 points between first and sixth, maybe.
Yeah.
So, Jamie says, did you get many copyright claims in the end on the Oasis vlog? Yes, I did. They're all over it, to be fair, Jamie. I can't make any money from that video. But it was never the intention, really. And the copyright claims that you get, there's different levels, and those are copyright claims where it says you can have this video with no further action taken against you, but you can't monetize it, which is absolutely fair enough. To be honest, it was more to bring awareness to what we're going to be doing on Behind the Ramble. It won't be Oasis every week, obviously, but it's stuff I get up to away from football, I suppose.
Yeah.
Matt says, hopefully see you later then, guys. I'm setting off now up the blades. Yes, mate, you will see us later. Yeah, come and say hello, pal. Did you do the Poznan when Liam Gallagher requested it? We tried, but Cammy weren't really having it, to be fair. he had a go, but he weren't really having it.
Just showing you stats for this second, just the second half. It's so long.
Saw that.
Is it Sam Smith? He gets into the box.
Oh!
It's a great tackle from Jack Stevens. Great last-ditch tackle. They're calling for offside. Obviously, it's not. Stevens makes a last-ditch tackle into that for a corner.
Because you don't think
He's not offside. Look at lines on pitch.
He's onside.
He's onside there.
But Jack Stevens will think he is offside because he played him off. It was the other big centre half that played him on.
It was Quashie, weren't it?
Yeah. Orange Quashie. Good tackle. Good tackle. Don't know many more Sam Smith songs because all my jokes are going to wear a bit thin.
I got Lad Dump Money on my mind. That was the first one that come to me. The thing is, if he falls down, he's going to say, "Will you carefully lay me down?" Won't he? So
Yeah,
John Legend.
Yeah. I'm going to Google it.
Lay Me Down were a song, weren't it, with John Legend?
I'm not going to Google that. There'll be some that we know.
Oh, there'll be probably plenty because
I like Dancing with a Stranger. Whenever I hear that, I like it. I can't remember who sings that way, but
I used to like
baby,
him.
baby,
I used to like his music, but he
dancing.
went a little bit. I don't want to say weird. It's probably the wrong word to use, but he just had his own personal thing in life, didn't he? That he went towards, and he just got a bit too much for me.
Oh, mate. So strange. I mean, more power to him, but I think some people just do things for the reaction.
Yeah. Well, Flynn Downs plays it in. Adam Armstrong. It goes into the box on his
Lovely
left foot.
touch.
He has a shot. He drags it wide, though.
I tell you what, Flynn Downs, that were a lovely touch.
Where Lewis Brunt, I think Lewis Brunt comes across to get a block in on Armstrong. And I think it just probably puts him off a little bit. But it's just the first time touch, and he is onside as well. It were Brunt who played Armstrong on, but yeah, it comes to get a block in, and it goes through his legs, but it's dragged wide by Armstrong.
They look a little bit toothless to me, Southampton, despite having Armstrong up front. It's not.
They're still off. There's over half an hour left plus injury time, isn't there? But they've started off the better team this second half.
They have. Those are the days. Jimmy Ramble in the kitchen, says Dave. But congratulations, pal. You've done so well and the quality now is unbelievable. Please don't stop singing. Thank you, mate. Apologies. Thank you. Just checking in. How's it been so far? Hit the like, guys. Thank you, great bands. It's been okay. It's been back and forth a little bit. I would say Wrexham were probably the better side in first half. Would you say, Jord?
I think so. I think Southampton had the possession, but didn't really do much with it. Whereas in Wrexham were really compact at back, worked well, and then counter-attacked and had the better chances.
Fair. The writing was on the wall with that tackle, says Paul. Nice. Nice. I see you, Paul. I see you. Saints kit has a Stoke City vibe to it. No personality or individual design depth to it. Ugh.
We have got two subs for Southampton. I can see Fernandez.
He's got a pineapple on his head.
I don't know what number 42 is yet with that Sky. Is it Ryan Fraser who's coming off? No, it's Sugawara who's coming off. And Fernandez, I think, comes on for him.
Damien Downs.
Yes, Armstrong's coming off for Damien Downs.
So Archer still don't get a kick. So Archer is striker number 3 for them.
Because I remember when, obviously, we come down. I know we were going to flog him anyway. But, he were going back to, that was part of the deal, we were going back to Villa. But he said he didn't want to play in Championship again. Well, he's not exactly...
He's now third choice in
he's
the
not
Championship.
Exactly up, has he? And now he's in Championship and can't even get on pitch.
I'd take him, mate. I'd take him.
He probably does well. He probably does well in this division. He's a Championship striker. I don't see him as a Premiership striker personally. At the moment, he's still got time on his side, hasn't he? But
David says he was the voice on the Naughty Boy song. Which Naughty Boy song was that? I don't know. I'm too old for that sort of stuff, to be honest.
You make me search it now.
Ipswich and Southampton not looking brilliant. Blades for first place. It says, look at my dog. Can always remember the burnt chicken outfit he wore.
It was that La 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 whatever song it were,
La 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 La.
See, I knew I'd be able to count on
him
singing it because I weren't. Yeah, that was Sam Smith.
Covering my ears like a kid. Was that him?
Yeah.
When your words mean nothing, I go la la la. All right, okay, that's one that we can probably use at some point. Quick question: is Louis Barry the first ever ex-Barcelona player United have had?
I can't think of any off the top of my head.
I'm going to say yeah. But I mean,
only for now though, because it'll not be long, and Lionel Messi will be joining us. So.
Yeah, I think possibly, Jamie. Yeah, it's one for the more tenured blades. That one.
Flicks it onto Robinson. It deflects. It's a terrible deflection. Yeah. Comes back to Shea Charles.
The big lad, isn't he? Damien Downs.
He is. The Josh Windass comes away with it. It's come to nothing. Yeah, it's really creative side from Southampton. It's very poor. It's lackluster up top, isn't
it? Cooler King says, "Who do you reckon has the best 3 strikers in the champ this season?"
DL, Sheffield United.
Yeah. No, who do you reckon are the best 3 strikers? Tyrese Campbell, Josh Sargent. I'm putting in there.
Yeah, if he stays, he's definitely one of them.
Cameron Arch. No.
I'm trying to think. Smodix is still at Ipswich, isn't he? But he's sort of lost his form. But if he refines his form, he's an handful in Championship, isn't he?
It's a tricky one, that Cooler King. Might have to watch a couple of games and come back to you.
Do you know, until I've seen him play this season?
Yeah, I might have to watch a few.
I'll have forgot about him, but then once I see him, like, oh yeah, I remember that. And
we'll have plenty of opportunity to be watching some games, Jord. Don't you worry.
Ask us in about 3 months' time, Cool King.
I'll give Saints manager 6 games before he's sacked. What? Isn't he the one who didn't have his licence in the French league? Was it? Yes, that's him, mate. That's him. Did he get a job playing Football Manager? I think lower down, and then worked his way up.
They're asking for it. Yeah.
Oh.
Asking for a pay. It's not. I don't think it were. I don't think they were much in it. He gets off
he's
balance. He tries to play ball at box, and he's off balance, and he just goes down. It's all Southampton. Wrexham are really, really deep. Really deep. They're just camped in their own.
They're hanging on now, aren't they?
In their own box. Yeah, they're trying to get out as it stands.
We're doing it half an hour still to go. If you're a Wrexham fan now, you're pulling your hair out a bit, aren't you?
I think it's probably expected, isn't it, though, away from home against the team that's come down from Premiership. The 1-0 up, they're going to naturally try and see it out. Do you know what it actually reminds me of? It reminds me of us last season when we went 1-0 up.
Yeah.
I'm hoping we don't see that again this season, which I don't think we will under Sayers.
Look how compact Wrexham are.
But it's been like that from first half, hasn't it?
There's no way through,
really,
is there?
Really well.
No way through. For a Halloween stream, are you doing fancy dress? What? Jamie, you think of the strangest things. I don't know, to be honest. If is there a game on 31st of October? I could have told you if YouTube hadn't taken all my streams down, but
that'll be a Friday night, won't it? Because I fly to.
It is a Friday night.
I fly to Fuerteventura on first. So
Sheffield United played Derby the following day. At Bramall Lane.
Yeah, and I missed that one. I can't believe I missed about 3 or 4 games this season. It's every game when I'm like away, it's felt that United's at home. I'm fuming.
I tell you, Jamie, to be honest, I will probably be spending it with my girls because I am going to try and make a conscious effort because I'm so busy at the moment and I'm on an awful lot. But I need to find a balance where I can spend a bit of time with my family. So stuff like that when there's not a Sheffield United game on and I don't need to be on, that's probably what I'll be doing, pal, to be honest. I think Arch could benefit with playing football out of England. Oh, dear. Possibly.
He'd probably go to America and play for Inter Miami. Suarez is leaving.
Tell you what, who's turning that move down, though?
Suarez will be retiring soon, so according to Jim, Arch is one of the best players on the planet. So
He'll end up at bloody Rangers, won't he?
I'd probably take
Russell
him.
Martin.
If I'm quite honest, I'd take him there.
Be a decent move for him, that.
Yeah.
Seen something online a few weeks ago linking Archer to Wolves. Do you lads think we'll scout the American market?
There's some good players over there, but I don't think we can afford them.
I wouldn't rule anything out, Ben, to be honest, mate. In terms of this new ownership, it's so unproven.
There were one I were keeping an eye on. I can't remember if he's just signed for Benfica or he's someone in Europe, and he played for Atlanta United. and he was called Thiago Almada. Great
Alright.
player, great little player, and he ended up I think he went somewhere in Brazil, and then I'm sure it's Benfica who's just signed him. So I still keep an eye on him.
Where did you
He's
see
one of
him
them
then?
I think we'll see in Premiership in the next couple of years if he carries on.
Where did you see him then?
It was from like Football Manager and that, and then I just started searching, and then I just started searching him on YouTube and seeing a few. When you see a few of their games because he used to have it on Sky, didn't he? And I watched him play, and I thought I really like him.
Sound like Maury. Stay with me. Another Samuel Frederick Smith song. Stay with me.
Come on, Jim.
Yes.
I'll start losing. What do you call it soon?
Welcome back to the Champo Southampton, says Jamie Dumpling.
I can't see him scoring at the moment, but every time I say this,
I can't.
Every time I say this, it happens. I used to say it with United. I'd be like, they won't score. And then 2 minutes later, we did. It was like reverse psychology. It's Robinson. Comes centrally to Shea Charles. Plays it into Flynn Downs. He's going to go wide to Ryan Fraser. He does. He looks to cross it. He whips it in to nobody. Absolutely nobody. And it's headed clear. And Southampton regained possession, though. And here goes Robinson. He's into the box. He's dancing his feet. He shoots and he's straight at Danny Ward.
You've got to do better there.
Get it in corner. He only has to bend it into the corner there and it's in. He's not saving it. It was lovely feet from him. Keeps ball really close to his feet. Goes onto his right, onto his left, back onto his right. It was a bit like it reminded me of Pesky Salido against Nottingham Forest in that playoff game. Come forward again. It's lifted up at top into Downs. He just comes out wide left. Cody comes across. It goes backwards. Wellington goes centrally now. Fernandez back out to Wellington. It's going to be a left-footed cross shoulder. No, takes an extra touch. Fernandez on the edge of the box opens it up as a shot. It's down to Danny Ward's right and he saves it and keeps hold of it. They're starting to
find some gaps, aren't they?
Yeah, they're starting to find some gaps at the moment.
Charger says Thiago Almada, the FM GOAT.
There you go.
I'd like to think we're looking all around the globe, but I was just putting two and two together because our new owner's been American and all the PR they could get out of that. Yeah, possibly.
It might be a thing when we get to if we go up, we stay in Premier League. Then
yeah, possibly. Almada's at Leon, I think, says Charger.
Leon, that's it. Leon, sorry, yeah, that's the one.
Maury says, "Here we go. Now, all Football Manager recommendations are coming out now." Esmir Bajarakovic from New England Revolution looked good. Some quality in MLS.
We're going to have started something now.
Take your word for it, Maury. See what you've done now, Jord. Opening up a can of worms here. I don't think Danny Ward has actually had to make a hard save. They've all either been off the line from a defender, hit the post, or straight at him, apart from once in the first half. I think Joseph Martinez plays for Atlanta. Maury.
He used to be good. He's knocking on now. Forget about him.
Danny Ward, man of the match, says Callum. I'm not having that. I'm not having that for a second. You don't mind it, Cal.
The clean sheet king is going to be this season.
Tony Raw says Patrick Suffo played for Barcelona B, which I think he's more than Barry did at Barcelona. Oh, knowledge. I didn't know Suffo were it.
That is some knowledge.
Nice.
Charles into the box at left hand side. He loses it, but it comes to Wellington. It just goes towards corner flag. Plays the ball into the box. It's very rubbish.
It's very rubbish.
Very rubbish. Flynn Downs picks it up. He's coming back centrally now. Ryan Fraser's an acre of space on this right hand side. They're working it out towards him. It's Fernandez though. He puts the ball into the box. It's straight at keeper. Oh. Danny Ward does an Aaron Ramsdale and forced at floor. Waits a couple of seconds before getting back up. I think Connor Cody's gone down. There's a Southampton player gone down as well. Wellington. We've got two players down as it stands. I think Connor Cody's is cramp. And I'm guessing Wellington's is cramp as well. No, is it?
Wellington's back up.
Barnett were down as well, having a breather. They're all at it.
Yeah.
Gordon Barnett. Looks like there's going to be a couple of subjects. I think Ryan Hardy's coming on for Wrexham and Longman is also on the sideline, stripped off.
Lee Edridge sending us photos of his pint pre-game.
Don't, because I could murder one right now. I've got a Guinness in the fridge.
20 minutes, mate. And we'll
to be honest, I'm not, because I'm driving, so it's it'll be a quick one before the game for me, and then it's non-alcoholics if I'm having a drink. That man in who's just come on, it is. And here's your boy.
Go on the cam.
Flynn Downs and Wellington have come off, and it's Cameron
Archer.
Archer and Ryan Manning who have replaced them.
Cam Archer.
And now it's 2 subs for it's Windass coming off for Ryan Hardy. Who's a long man. It's Longman's coming on as well. I'm going to say Ryan Hardy comes on with Longman. Oh dear.
Long and Hardy.
Longman and Hardy.
Who else is coming off? They haven't shown who Longman's coming on for, have they?
Barnett was come off.
There we go.
Yes, it's Barnett and Windass in it who's come off, and Hardy and Longman that's come on. I'm intrigued to see how Hardy gets on here, because I didn't think he did bad at Plymouth.
Yeah, he's a good player. Something like 750 grand they nicked him for.
Is that what it were?
Yeah, relegation release. It was either that or like 900. It were really sort of low. Relegation release clause.
It's a corner.
Hardy puts it out for a corner. Had to do. Your boy, Mr. V, will have more of an insight on the MLS since he follows Vancouver Whitecaps. He certainly does. Very poor this from both sides. Not exactly a great advertisement for the championship. Well, it's Southampton trying to penetrate through a very compact Wrexham now, isn't it? So it's not making for free-flowing football.
Question for you, Jim. High-profile named player who's just signed for Vancouver. Who is it?
There again, sorry.
A high-profile named player who's just signed for Vancouver.
Stuart Armstrong.
No. High-profile, I said.
All right. Don't know.
Thomas Muller.
What was it?
Yeah.
Oh! Head on target from Jack Stevens and straight to Danny Ward. Say again?
Straight at him again.
Straight at him.
He's not had to make an hard save yet.
They've not made him work at all, have they?
Absolutely not.
Pat Suffo is one from the Battle of Bramall. The one from the Battle of Bramall Lane. Yes, can't remember which one did the bad tackle and the one that headbutted West Brom player.
Santos headbutted him, didn't it? No.
George Santos with tackle.
Tackle and then Suffo headbutted him, didn't he?
Yeah. And then the one that headbutted West Brom player, but I think neither played for United again after that. I think Suffo might have played for us after that.
I don't know if he did, you know.
Both as legendary as Ali Dia for Southampton. Good tackle. Here comes Southampton now. Come on. Bit of pace.
Got 3 players around him, Robinson, then.
That's the good job that Wrexham are doing. And they tried to go backwards to keep the ball, and Wrexham have nabbed it.
We're pressing, weren't it? Ryan Hardy, we're pressing that back line, and they get ball away, and Lewis O'Brien obviously picks it up, and Fernandez just...
Good player, Lewis O'Brien. Good player.
I haven't been that impressed with these, you know. Stats will probably say different. Like, it's just showing you shots, 21 Southampton, 7
Stats look like they bossed it, doesn't it? But
it really does, but they have not. I wouldn't say they've been impressive for me.
Do you think we'll adjust our formation in games and be more adaptable, or do you think there's a set way and that's it? So maybe formation changes throughout the season depending on the opponent. No, I think we'll change mid-game as and when we need to.
I think, and this is going to sound really harsh, I never thought Wilder had a plan B, if I'm quite honest. I think Sayers will, but that's just my opinion.
Can't believe what you're saying.
But listen, I'm a big Chris Wilder fan. I absolutely adore him, but it can also come under constructive criticism as well. You know, and when I thought he went wrong,
or just criticism.
Yeah, criticism then.
Suffo was involved in the fight at the Battle of Bramall Lane, which isn't surprising, as when we signed him, we were still banned for punching a ref in France. Didn't know that. Did not know that. Ben says,
It's Paolo Di Canio all over, isn't it?
Sayers comes across that he's adaptable, but he's non-negotiables, which I like. Yes, me too. And
There's a
Rory
chance here, Lewis Bryan.
Oh,
He's
my
going in on
word.
goal. Is Jack Stevens going to get back? He does.
Too
They're
slow,
looking
Lewis
for a penalty.
O'Brien.
He just shoulder barges him there. Again, Jack Stevens did very well to get back. That's 2 important tackles now when Wrexham have gone through on goal.
What a huge chance that was. Lewis O'Brien just did not have the legs to get away from him,
he
did
didn't. You probably,
That's what
to be
happens
honest,
when you
you probably
fall
wanted
3.
Ryan Hardy running on with that, didn't you? I think he'd have had more pace about him to get clear.
Martin Scorsese is adjudged to a foul someone there, I think.
Just showing you now. I don't think it were a foul.
It were Ronnie Edwards again that didn't clear the ball, and Jack Stevens has had to get him out of
I've not been
trouble.
impressed with him today. I think he's had a poor game.
He has had a really poor game.
No, it's a great tackle. He just gets his body in front of him, doesn't he, Stevens? And obviously, with momentum, O'Brien goes down, but it's not that there's not enough in that for me for a penalty. Do you know their crosses into the box? Southampton have been absolutely atrocious. They've not got to a Southampton man once. 2 they've just put in there, and both have been easily headed clear by Wrexham.
Come on, Southampton.
Ryan Fraser onto his left foot. He crosses it to back stick. Downs goes. No, it's not Downs. Quasi goes down for a penalty. The referee's laughing, and then Quasi barges into Sam Smith.
Oh. You say I'm crazy.
Oh, do you know what? It's a penalty.
That is a penalty all day.
He's holding onto his shirt. He's tugging him back. That's 2 that referees missed. Yeah, he's pulling his shirt.
Tell you what, that Disney money goes a long way, doesn't it?
They're like bleeding Man United at champ. You know when refs won't give penalties against Man U at Old Trafford? It seems to be this way here today in this game that they don't want to give a penalty against him. I mean, don't get me wrong, he probably does go down a little bit easy, but when you're tugging on shirt like that, again, I think he's got every right to go down.
Look, all joking aside, I always try and be right about referees, but he's been really poor today. In terms of, it feels like a bias towards Wrexham.
It does feel, yeah.
I'm not for a minute saying it is, but it feels that way.
Different one. He says there's no bias. You know, referees aren't biased towards anyone, which is fair enough. He has a bit more insight into it than what we do. But I think if you're a Southampton fan, you can feel hard done to, can't you? Do you know, I've quite like look at that Robinson for Southampton.
Not many blades to that.
That's because his name's not Jack.
I quite like look at that Robinson.
To be honest, though, I hope he starts today. And that's something that I'd never say.
Well, you might be disappointed.
Yeah, I know.
Ronnie Edwards off.
Ross Stewart on. So they've changed formation then, Ian, because they took a central defender off for a striker. He's kind of a forgotten man, isn't he?
Yeah,
did
he
very
is.
well at Sunderland and got that
Injuries killed him.
Yeah.
Ellen's agreeing with us. You know, this ref is working for Wrexham. It feels like he's leaning their way with every decision. That's 2 penalties.
I wonder if we'll get a few more decisions this year, Jim. Now Wilder's not in charge.
Maybe. First 2 games of the season and the refs have been very poor, says Ben. Jamie says, whilst I agree with Gaz that most refs aren't biased, David Coote would say otherwise.
Stewart now plays it back across. Oh, it's just scrappy in box, and Wrexham clear it out for a throw-in.
There's no quality on show, is there? I'm not saying they're not good players, but there's no real end product or anything that the Southampton side's showing. No idea, really. And the other concerning thing I would say is there's not that many new players sprinkled in, to my knowledge. I may be wrong with Southampton because I don't
think they've made many signings anyway, have they, Southampton?
No, that's what I mean. So they're familiar with each other as a team.
Yeah. Here we go. Jackie Long throw to take it.
Nigel Quasi.
Jackie Quashi.
They've got 3 strikers in box now.
Well, they've
Cam
got
Archer for equaliser. You watch.
they've got big enough lads in Stevens and Stewart as well. So surely they're aiming towards them. It's headed clear onto edge at box. Manning plays it in again. Wrexham get twice. They get their heads to it and try to clear it. Quashi just swings his foot at ball and shocking. Cam Archer mops up well.
Well done, Cam. What a player.
Ryan Manning now coming forward. Plays it into Shea Charles. Great feet from Charles.
Yeah.
Gets towards corner flag. Tries to win a corner. I don't think he has done. No.
Still in.
It's still in. I think it went out, but that's from angle that we got showed. Might be different from side on angle. And it goes all the way back to Bazunu.
Maury says he'd love Ross Stewart at Bramall Lane. Really?
I would have. Probably 3 seasons ago.
Ref wants to be in next Deadpool movie, says Charger. Connor says, so Ipswich and Southampton are supposed to be the best 2 teams in the Championship this season. You lot have nothing to fear.
It's early doors, isn't it? They can soon find some momentum, but I know where you're coming from these first 2 games.
Nothing to sniff at, Jim, says Dave. If Archer scores, I'll give you a £5.
Oh, it goes towards Danny Ward. Deflected cross. He holds it and goes down again to the floor to waste some time.
Dan says, sorry lads, only just joined you. Neither of these teams are scaring me. Look forward to seeing the high press Blades later. Any news which defender we're going for yet? Up the Blades, up the Ramble, up the...
Watchalong.
Watchalong,
I think.
Oh yeah, thank you, mate. Thank you, Dan. No breaking news since the presser. So he acknowledged that we are... I don't know if he acknowledged, but we sort of talked about... We had monitoring Charlie Hughes. We have, as far as I'm aware, we have made a loan inquiry about Ben Godfrey with an obligation. And Zetterstrom we've got money on the table for.
Honest opinion. If Atlanta are wanting us to pay most of his wages and he's on like 60 grand a week, do you go for him? As your opinion?
I do, yeah. I'd go for him. Because he's a lot better than what we've got.
He's had injuries, hasn't he? And he's not played much football. What I like about him is he had a great season for Norwich in this division when he last played there. But it's a lot of money. That's an expensive loan, that.
It is an expensive loan, mate, but we're not spending it on permanent fees, are we, at the minute?
The only way I see it is if it becomes the obligation that we have to buy him at the end of the season anyway. Not even if we don't go up. Like I just...
No, it's on promotion.
But then it's going to be an expensive loan to then look at if we don't go up. You've spent a lot of money on him. Develop someone else's player again for us to have to do.
Who else would you prefer? I sometimes think you can't win with some Unitedites, and this is.
I don't get wrong. Again, I'm just putting across both sides because
I understand that.
My opinion, I think I want him. I think I'd be happy with it, but I'm just.
It is a lot of money, though.
I'm just trying to,
It is a lot of money.
Put that side across to it as well, so that people can sort of argue that point.
Will says Godfrey and Zetterstrom make me feel very comfortable with the defensive options again. Yeah.
But I think a lot of fans as well are going to be happy that we just get a defender through the door because we are really light at centre back, aren't we?
Jamie Dumplin says the $5 for me, not for you.
Cheers, mate.
James McLean is one footballer I genuinely can't stand. You are not on your own there, Maury. I'd go for Godfrey and Zeta. Hughes is silly money for some reason. I think we will go for Godfrey and Zeta. I will go for Hughes and Zeta, to be honest.
I'd like Hughes, but not if they got 17 million for Greaves and they're wanting that type of money again, I won't be spending that.
Channel MVP totally agrees with you. What a surprise. Have you not set off yet, Father? We're setting off in 15 minutes, so...
The channel legend who talks sense.
He does talk sense. He does talk a lot of sense. Based on Godfrey's injury, I'd want the option to send back in Jan if it doesn't work out. The thing is, though, when you're in our position, you can't always call the shots, can you?
No.
Here comes Southampton. And it's a cross to no one again. They have been really poor today, I think.
Yeah, I've not been impressed with him at all. And then the foul on just in front halfway line by Lewis O'Brien. He's saying he got ball. I don't quite think
he's been well involved, O'Brien.
I don't think he's had a bad game at all.
No, I don't.
He's been all right. Cross in, goes to no one, but Fraser picks it up at right hand side. Another cross in. It's headed by, I think it was Robinson. It's a pathetic header, really. And it goes nowhere near the goal. Goal kick to Wrexham.
Far too expensive for Ben Godfrey, says the channel MVP.
I get it. I think the way I'm wanting him purely because I want a centre half in, and his name is an experienced centre half.
Oh, we're going for that.
That's where I want him, but the financial side of it, I think's expensive.
Who's the alternative, though, Jord? And I'm not saying there isn't an alternative because clearly there are loads, but
yeah,
that's got to be the sort of ballpark we're looking at, though, isn't it? People that are proven in the Championship, and yes, they're expensive, but you're not committing to an.
Hardy's in. Oh, what a save from Bazunu! What a save that is. I think there was a mistake at back.
There was a mistake at the back.
So we're a long ball up. And it's to be honest, it's a tackle, isn't it, from Southampton centre mid, and it ball runs through to Hardy, who runs on. Well done,
Hardy. Hardy did everything right. To be fair,
into box. There's a left-footed shot. He sort of hits it into the ground, and it's a great save from Bazunu.
Yeah, it is. Tell you what,
his fingertips to it.
That's the call of the season from Andy Hinchcliffe. He says it's the save of the season so far. We've had this is the second game of the season.
What a commentator. Him and Don Goodman.
Absolutely ludicrous.
Absolute legends have been crap commentators.
Lewis O'Brien crosses it in. Going to come back to him.
Scorsese. Comes back to him.
Very good ball in.
He tries playing it into the box. It's left by, I didn't see that where, and then there's a shot.
Ridiculous.
Shot from Brunt goes way over the bar. Goal kick.
I think if we bought him, we'd be paying around 8 mil. While if we loan him, we'd be covering his wages, which would only be around 3. So the owners will be thinking it's a good deal. But I agree, Jord. My dad says he's waiting until the end of the match to set off. I'll see you boys in about an hour-ish, says Jamie Dumpling. Yes, you will. You will.
So, yeah.
Have some money on a Southampton equaliser. Well, more for you. More for
I
you, father.
I hope it comes in handy.
So do I. Don't know why. He's doing that off reputation at players involved, I think, rather than the evidence. Oh, it's a dangerous free kick, though. Maury says, are we not in for Callum Doyle? No, not to my knowledge, mate. We're not.
I think that summed it up when Rick Bladesman on X said, have you seen the source that the quoting got about 100 followers? I think that said,
always got to check the source.
We need to know about. Although I mentioned Callum Doyle earlier on, like back 2 or 3 months back, and I said I'd love him. So that is that, if we could get him on loan, is he a cheaper option than Ben Godfrey?
Ryan Manning, by the way, over this free kick, good player. Got him from Swansea when we wanted him way back.
Yeah, went we Premier League when?
Yeah, he went. No, he went to Premier League with him. Stands up at free kick.
It's far out though. This even.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, what a goal! What a goal! Get in.
Well done, Dad.
Yes,
well done, Dad.
That's why I'm cheering. Get in, because it's Andy's had his bet on it. So he's about 30 yards out. You're absolutely correct. Danny Ward is an absolute joker, a goalkeeper, because he should never be beating him there.
Hey up, that lad doing mountain dance moves is back again.
I mean, it's well struck, this, but Danny Ward, you've got to be doing better for me. I'd like to see a camera angle from behind net, because you know where he's going to hit it. It's right in corner. But do you think Danny Ward could be doing better? He could take a step a lot earlier, couldn't he?
To be honest, I'm not a fan of Danny Ward. I don't think many save that. I don't think many save that.
Corner. It isn't corner. I might be just giving him a bit of grief because you'll give him grief as well, but I didn't see him scoring there. What about if they get another one here, though? It's a foul on the right-hand side. Oh, there's a shove. That's going to be a yellow card. Oh, it's James McLean. Send him off. Get him sent off. Can't stand him. So James McLean makes a bit of a dirty tackle on right-hand side. Wrexham's left, Southampton's right hand side, near dugouts, and then someone comes over to him, I think, just to give him a bit of verbals, and he shoves him in his chest. Rightly so, it's a yellow card. He don't make any contact with his face, does he?
Long-time fans of Ryan Manning on this channel, aren't we, Jord?
We are.
What a free kick that was.
He's probably not going to hit many better ones than that, is he?
My dad. Ha! Told you.
I'm happy for you, Andy. If it means you're winning some money, pal, adding it to that very large bank account that you've already got.
Oh, well, you're not kidding. Southampton are an absolute mince in the final third. They are in open play, Cooler King. He said that obviously before they scored, but he's right.
To be honest, when you look at it, it's easy to say it now, but that was the only way they were probably going to score.
Yeah. Would you have taken Ben Mee for a season? I would, yes. I'd have considered it. He's training with Wednesday, though, isn't he?
I think so.
He's training with Wednesday, from what I understand.
Yeah, he is. Him and Liam Cooper is the names that have...
Corner, Southampton.
That I've heard.
Billy Blacker gets subbed on for Tranmere. That's good to see.
Mad. They were winning an all 2-0, I think.
Dan says, heard the Callum Doyle rumours. No, to him, I don't think. Cov and Hull are still 0-0. Very cagey start to the Championship. Get ready for the Blades 6-3. That's another one of Tony's top tips, Coventry. Tony, what's going on?
That channel might not be lasting long, his appearance. After this week's predictions. No, I love Big Toe.
It were a good run.
I'm only joking. I love Big Toe.
Oh, class is Big Toe. Oh!
How many minutes got added on? 1?
Yeah, 1.
Again, we've got it on here, but they're not showing you on Sky.
Why is it only just picking up now in the last 2 minutes?
I know. But that's momentum, innit? They've got the goal and they've got momentum with him now, Southampton. Get it in box. What are you faffing about at? Manning now on the left-hand side. He does get it in towards box. Ross Stewart heads it up in air. Oh, Danny Ward comes out and collects it. And I think that might be the end of that. We're on 93 minutes now.
Jamie says, what were the best player you ever scouted, Jim? Not the best in what you saw at the time, best as in what they went on to do. Danny Ings, I would probably say, at Colchester. When I were at Colchester, we didn't sign him and he went on to Burnley and was incredible. What a goal, says Maury. Great free kick. Thought before it was taken, it's hitting the wall or going in. Another heartbreak for the promoted side, says Jack. Yeah, I'm absolutely devastated for him.
Yeah, good.
ATB, your legend. Cooper saves that, says Jamie Dumpling. I don't think he does.
Welcome to the Championship is what I said to them promoted sides.
Absolutely right.
The ball over towards Robinson. It's hit James McLean. It's going out for a corner. Is there time? There is time.
More dropped points, says Bobby. This is our year. Copy, yeah. Carbon copy this game of the one yesterday, says Jamie Dumpling. And cheers for the watch along, lads, says Ben. Hopefully a win for the Blades tonight. Up the Blades, up all the Rambles. Like and subscribe. Afternoon, lads, says Beast Boy. Hopefully a win tonight.
Fingers crossed.
And let's hope we have a positive 90 after 90, says Ben. Yeah, let's hope so, pal. Let's hope so. It's got a bit last action of the game, this really. Corner to Southampton.
Ryan Manning with an in-swinger. It's towards the back stick. Jack Stevens gets his head on it. Oh my God, it's deflected wide. I don't know where it come off. I don't know if it were a Southampton player. No. It looks like it because they're running away. So Stevens gets his head there. It's Ryan Fraser up back. And then Cam Archer tries to fling his head towards it to get it on target, but he misses it.
It'd have been better sticking out a boot, says Inchcliffe, when it were over his head. Oh my, I cannot deal with this man.
You're a crap footballer. From what I've heard from a few Wednesday fans.
Nige says goal of the season, that so far. Just looked at the champ table. 18's currently tied on 1 point, top of the league.
Is that might be singing that at 7 o'clock tonight.
All right, bloody hell. Crazy.
What?
Telling you we're winning the league this year, says super positive Jack. Say what I've never known. Oh, it's now 6 minutes. It's been amended on ours to 6 minutes at a time. Doesn't tell you on Sky, does it?
No, I don't know why. They used to always have that on as well.
Yeah.
I don't get why they stopped showing it. Still Southampton. I think as well as Wrexham have played this second half. Oh, Manning's into the box. It's in. Yes.
2-1. Southampton have won it.
And do you know what I was just saying? Although I do think Wrexham probably deserve a point, they've been asking for it second half because they've just literally camped in their own box. Wow.
Love the championship. Love the championship.
It was Manning, weren't it? Manning got into the box on the left-hand side. He played it in. I think it were Downs who got the touch, and it were going wide. Jack Stevens at back stick gets his foot to it, lifts it high in air, it hits the bar. It hits one at Wrexham defenders, I think, on line as well. But obviously it goes across line, so 2-1. Yeah, oh, it was a great ball across. Great ball to Ryan Manning. Plays it in.
Ryan Manning's changed this game, hasn't he?
He has. Makes you wonder why he weren't starting. I mean, to be honest, is he called Downs, that striker?
Yeah.
He should have scored. He gets his foot there and it's 2 yards out. I don't know how he's managed to miss net.
Take that, Disney FC. Couldn't happen to a better team.
Hey, I can't wait to see next season's first episode. Then I bet they don't show this. I bet they miss it.
Depends how it goes through season, doesn't it?
It's not in script.
Show me Wrexham fans. Show me Ryan Reynolds' face. Beast Boy says, "Oh my wolf." Jamie Dumpling with a very poignant, "This is the championship." Stick that in your documentaries. Ben. Cameron Archer, yellow card. Well deserved.
Oh, Fernandez is coming clear. Downs is clear. Get it over. Oh, it's a poor ball.
No, that was the ball, but it's poor.
Referee blows his whistle. Full time. Southampton 2, Wrexham 1.
Stick that in your documentary.
It come alive in the last 10 minutes.
Great Bants don't like it because Wrexham aren't a threat to us and Southampton definitely are. We're really hoping they drop points. Nah, I can't.
Does.
Yeah, I'm not.
Really does. We're allowed
I'm
to
happy with this
that.
result. Why are we so happy? Southampton will be up there, this team. We need teams like that to drop points. Because it's against Wrexham and I really don't like Wrexham.
Don't like Wrexham.
So, as Ben says, put that in your documentary.
How's that feel, Kiefer? Kiefer!
McBurney already scrapping with Cov players, says Jack.
Well, that's quite funny that you're mentioning that because he did an interview yesterday. He said that it matured quite a lot. Looks like it.
Charger says best win of the season, that. It is, yeah. That second goal is the best second goal I've seen a team score all season. Andy Hinchcliffe, one of the worst commentators I've ever heard in my life. I slag off Southampton's attacking and they go on and score 2 goals in 10 minutes. You just can't teach that level of insight. It's innate. Charlton have won it last minute as well. Oh, did Charlton beat?
Nice.
Interesting. Maury says, stick that in your documentary, Kiefer. Late winner for Charlton. At Watford, did you say?
They beat Watford. They played them at home, but they beat them. Okay. And it's Harvey Nibbs who scored at 94th minute. So that's the new signing from Reading.
Nice. Oh, very good. Very good. The championship is back. And we are back, Jord. Oh, I love this. I love this. This is brilliant.
I've missed this.
Yeah, me too,
It's
mate. Are you up for
good
a game
to
now
be
this afternoon? Up for a game this afternoon yet?
Say again?
Are you up for a game yet this afternoon?
I'm going to turn off in a second, get ready, and I'm off.
Love that. Right. We're gonna leave it there. And thank you to everybody for joining us. If you're not already, please do subscribe to this channel. It's different to where you normally see us over on the Blades Ramble. This is Ramble FC. We're going to be doing a lot more watch-alongs. I've got a weekly show with Callum Fowler coming next week. We're going to be doing a Steel City Showdown with the Wednesday Till I Die boys. So, yeah. Normally, Jord, we sign it off with Come On You Red and White Wizards Up the Blades. But I think we'll just give it a see you all next time, I think. Maybe. Have you got anything you want to say?
Welcome to the Championship, Disney FC.